23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
What are you, fucking nuts? You thought... You just...
Subscribe to the most epic channel on YouTube for live streams every week. Daily videos. Subscribe. Bruce, unleash the baby god dragon. What's going on, guys? It's the Cowboy King of Entertainment, and I'm back with another video, another live stream. Guys, today's show is going to be epic as usual, but I got to start off and put out some disclaimers, okay? I know YouTube is listening. I know a bunch of people are going to be watching after the fact, live, whatever. So I got to say this. None of us on this stream today has attended the event where President or previous President Trump was shot at, okay? None of us attended it. So all the views and opinions today are just from the internet. Nobody on this show is saying they know exactly what happened. Nobody on this show was there. We don't know nothing. But in the interest of entertainment, we are going to discuss it. We are going to bring up clips. We're going to bring up, you name it. We're just going to bring up different materials and articles and memes and stuff because we're going to get into it because we just want to discuss it as a form of entertainment. So, as your host of the Now Your Mama Knows Cowboy TV, I just want to say again, the disclaimer that everything you see today is here for entertainment purposes only. My channel is an entertainment channel, okay? I make videos that I just recently cut the head off of a snake by mistake. I make videos about my granddaughter. I make videos about my wife's guinea pigs. I make videos about video games. I make videos about me and my wife swimming with sharks on our honeymoon back in 2015. Guys, I do it all. From movie reviews, the podcast, the product reviews, the gaming, the vlogging, I do it all. However, it all is a form of entertainment. So, YouTube, when you go back and scrub this video, I'm putting this in the beginning. And for anybody who watches this video, this is in the beginning. That what you hear and see today is for entertainment purposes only. Now, we got that out of the way. We're going to be discussing Concord. The beta came out. Some people like it. Some people don't. We're going to be discussing Eminem's new album. It's on YouTube where anybody can hear it. I heard several songs myself. Just curious what you guys think. Is Eminem done? Or is he still on fire? We'll be discussing the Xbox Game Pass hike. So, do you guys got a problem with it? Is it too much extra money? Is it still worth it? We'll be discussing it. So, those are pretty much four main topics we'll be discussing today. And, but either way, it's gonna be epic. And that's for one reason and one reason only. Cause I'm a cowboy. Oh man. Good job. Let's go. So guys, I'm gonna grab a chair. I hope you grab a chair. And we're gonna get into it. I was like, what the hell is that? Oh, it's my wife's cowgirl hat. Anyway, so guys, let's get into the show. We got some guests coming in. I'm gonna throw in the link. Anybody can join. I'm actually gonna put up a poll as well. So, guys, if you notice behind me, got rid of some of my posters. I'm cleaning my house, emptying it out. I got nothing in the living room besides my 7-inch TV that I'm gonna eventually sell for real cheap. I'm selling that treadmill back there. Guys, this treadmill, it was one of my first viral videos that blew up. Yeah, it's kind of cool as I get ready to try to sell my house. We've been painting, we've been remodeling. It's been cool. It's a cool little journey. And yeah. So anyway, with that being said, first things first, let me say what's up to you guys in the comments. I see my man, Mr. Urban World, is in the building. Urban says, most are fragile like glass. Still paying $3 for Game Pass. Besides like a month ago where you actually paid full price. You kind of leave that out often. But Maker's in the building. Said, yo. Maker said, rest in peace, Concord. Urban said, you'll never reach Tamok status, cowboy. Just give it up. I don't even know who that is. Let me see. The Eminem album is garbage. And I'll buy the 70-inch for $250. You know what's funny? I was actually gonna sell it for around $250. I was gonna give the stand with it too. I'm just gonna make it cheap, to be honest with you. I bought it in 2017, so it's still a 70-inch 4K TV, 60 hertz. I got my use out of it. You know what I mean? So hopefully somebody who buy it will just get a good TV. I know it's older, it's still a smart TV, but it's not the new smart TVs. It can't do everything it could do because it's probably some apps. Then again, you can plug in the Ethernet cable, so it does update. But anyway, guys, bringing in red hot right now, my right-hand man, one of the people. Oh, wait. Guys, I really need somebody to help me out. Didn't just hit me like, oh, wait, my microphone isn't even near me. Oh, I'm so bad at this. All right, hold on. Let me make sure the right microphone is connected. All right, it is. All right, anyway, so bringing in right now, red hot is none other than my guy, F the Cat. He's gonna come in here. We've been chatting throughout the day. We got a lot of stuff we want to talk about. Didn't really talk to him too much about my thoughts, but we're gonna get into it. We're gonna have some other guests coming in as well. It's gonna be an epic show, guys. But stand back and witness the epicness that is F the Cat. Give it up. FCat, what's up?
Yeah.
What's up, man? So today is the day, man. Oh, he said he's the guy from the Last Dragon. Okay, I don't know what status on. I thought you was talking about a YouTuber or something. Um, but yeah, man. Today is a lot happened, and so usually we're just talking about gaming for the most part. But man, this Trump thing is kind of crazy, right? So how can we not discuss it? So I'm going to make a poll, and want to know what you guys think. So anyway, FCat, what's going on, man? Talk to me. How you doing? How's the day treating you? What's going on?
Real quick, looks like TPG is back in the Discord.
Oh, yeah. Well, he did leave on his own accord. I didn't like boot him or nothing, so I guess I have to handle that. I don't know why he's just coming around. I just figured he would just kind of just dip out because that's what he said. He told everybody, "Oh, I'm just gonna leave," and leave it like that. So but yeah, it is what it is. All right. So, anyways, but thank you for that info.
Yep. Yeah. I don't know which. Uh, Rudigs has to eat. He's gonna jump out and he wanted to join in. So, on that, do you think we should do gaming first?
Yeah, I mean, I think we definitely could. You know what's crazy is
Because we only got Concord and the Xbox stuff for gaming,
right.
then we can go all in on Trump.
Yeah, to be honest, yeah, because this Trump thing, I think it needs some special attention. As I'm trying to get to the vid. This is so weird. They changed some stuff on my phone somehow, so like now it's like annoying the
I
hell out of
had
me.
some other like fluff stuff for the
Okay.
little
Well,
things, but
you want to bring
like
up some little stuff?
um no, I didn't really want to bring out little stuff. I feel like we were gonna spend a lot of time on the Xbox thing and
Hmm.
the Trump thing.
Dude, this thing is annoying me. So like my phone isn't allowing me to go to YouTube like it did before. Um, Chloe Diz donated $5 through Super Chat. Thank you, Chloe. She says, shout out to the cowboy. You know what, Chloe? Mwah! 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 You are epic. You know what, Chloe? Hold up. Let me not only are you epic, Chloe. Hold on, guys. Not only is she epic, but why did I make this thing so small? Here it is. Bam. No, wait, that's Rudigs. Whoops. Okay, here we go. My bad, Chloe. All right, there we go. All right, not only is she epic, but she's super sexy. But yeah, so guys, today's gonna be cool. I'm just trying to make this stinking poll. Anyway, FCAT, so do you want to go over the couple things you have and then we will
Uh,
get right into it?
yeah,
Or do you want me to
we
open it
get
up for everybody
into
huh?
yeah, you can open up because we're just gonna talk about Concord, Xbox, and the Trump thing. And we'll
Okay.
just leave it at that
All
because
right,
we're gonna
so
spend a
guys,
lot of time on them.
here is the link to jump in. We're going to get into gaming first, which is crazy to say that because usually gaming is like the highlight. But to join the show, here's the link. Guys, jump right on in. And I can't believe I can't figure out how to click on my you know what? Forget it. I'm just going to have to do it on the computer. This is annoying. I gotta figure out what happened to my phone. Oh no, you know what? I don't gotta do it on the computer. I got two phones. Aha! I'll do it on my other phone. It's just
Yeah,
easier
that'd
to do it
probably
on
be
my phone.
better because everybody's usually here for the gaming stuff, and like I feel like if we brought up the real world stuff first,
Right.
people would be like bounce out.
Now you might be right. I mean, I know Josh wants to be a part of the Trump
Right.
thing, but yeah, let's just jump right into it with the gaming. So, guys, you could jump on the show. Rudigs, let's go. Join on in. But I am going to make a poll. I don't know what's wrong with my phone. Why it's not. Why it's taking me to like the mobile version or something. It's really strange.
My to-do list used to look like this.
But my other phone isn't doing that. So that's the weird thing. Like my phone just started doing that the other day out of nowhere. All right. So I'm going to add a poll. And I'll let the poll run for the whole show.
Oh yeah, you wanted to talk about the Eminem CD too.
Yeah. I mean, that's just going to be quick. I just want to kind of see what you guys think.
Oh, I'm sorry, album CDs don't exist anymore.
Yeah, the album. All right, so hold on. Let me start this poll. So the poll is, do you think the Trump, let me shrink this, shooting was...
No, don't do it. Don't do it. Don't.
What?
People are gonna sue us like they sued Alex Jones, bro.
I don't even know who Alex Jones is.
He got sued for saying the Sandy Hook's shooting was fake.
I mean, so I think the thing is, like I said, this is entertainment purposes only, but I think he was trying to go into all this detail and all. I'm just asking a question. I don't follow all this stuff like that. So for me, I don't look like I'm some conspiracy theorist or anything. I'm just pulling up stuff that's online.
All right.
All right. Anyways,
throwing that warning out.
So yeah, guys, join on in. We are ready to rock and roll. I wanted to just throw out that poll. It'll be sitting there, so you guys, go through it as you do. Let me back up a little bit. Let me see. Closing the building. Urban said, who invited that PlayStation guy back to the Discord? Let me see. Saying sorry, but whatever. Yeet. Ron said, let me see. Where's the link, Cowboy? The link is out there now, Josh. Chloe dropped the $5 on me. I don't want Josh to join. Urban said, Ron wants to know where's the link. Obi's in the building. Welcome to the Chosen Zone. Let's go. Let me see. Obi, don't get exposed. Urban is on fire, calling everybody out. Have you been hiding in what? Have you hiding in change clothes? Oh, you'll have Obi hiding in change clothes. That super chat was like 30 minutes late. Let's go. Sexy's back. That's what Chloe does. Rudik said, yo. Rudix, hit the link, man. Join us. We're about to jump into some gaming. I'm here for the fake world stuff, Ron said. Let me see. I know FCat watching Discord right now. LOL. Let me see. Oh, yeah. Lala in the building. My man's dropped down with the quickness after he grabbed his ear. LOL. That damn security sucked. Hey, LOL. They were slow as hell to get that podium. I was dying. Yeah, we're gonna get into it, definitely. Chosen of what? Yo, Josh became a member, but he's already been a member. 33 months, guys. 33 months. Josh Warren has been an all-purpose champion. Yo, let's go. Breed Killer's in the building. So, yo, Cowboy, hope you're having a good day. Man, I'm always having a good day. There's no such thing as bad days in my life. Dang, my ex Lala, I need you back. Yo, the Secret Service was ordered from Temu. Yo, let me see. Josh Warren celebrates 33 months. We have 16 people watching and only 6 likes. Whoa. Stop the show. Hold on. Stop the show. Guys, we only got 6 likes and it's 16 people. Well, it's 14 now. Guys, hit that like hit button. Let's go. Hit the like button like you hit that like button. Let's go. All right, let's bring FCat back. All right, I'm almost down through there. Let me see. Hey, Mister. Listen, she didn't say that Mister wasn't her ex, though. Notice that. I'll stop talking to the cowboy for you. Yo, Nerds World is in the building. Yo, some people must be showing up for this Trump thing. What's up, Nerds World? How you doing, man? Mister, you wasn't really talking to him anyways. He ain't saying nothing. Too cool, my man Josh. All right, let me see. LOL. And then Lala said that Secret Service was sure a damn secret. They were even secret showing up. LOL. I got so much to say about that. All right, bam. So here we go. So see, this is what I'm talking about. F-Cat. Where's Rudigs? We go on and on, right? On and on. Yeah. But where is Rudigs?
So nobody's in the back?
Yeah, we got one person in the back coming in live, red hot. It's none other than your and my most casual gamer at his finest, ISO Motion Gaming. Let's go.
ISO.
Give it up. Bam. Let's go.
Oh, I don't need that. Yo, what up, though?
What's up, ISO? What's going on? My question, are you here for Trump, the Trump stuff, or are you here for gaming?
Oh, I'm here for everything, man. Shit, whatever you want to ask, send it, dude. Send it.
Let's go. Hey, Rudigs, they want to talk about Trump, man. Where Rudigs at? Is he coming in here talking about gaming? But anyway, Captain Canada is in the back. He's about to jump on right now. Let's give it up for Rudigs. Let's go.
You just said Captain Canada. Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
What's going on? Everybody,
up?
Concord is awesome. Everybody knows it. It's going to be the next Fortnite. Everybody's sleeping on it.
Whoa.
It's hot. It's hot right now. That's what's hot.
This is the first time I ever heard anything like that. So I mean, I'm just saying.
I smell some horse maneuver coming from your end.
He's like, you bullshit.
Yeah, just because I needed to carry you F-Cat to victory doesn't mean other people won't like it.
Let's get into it. Let's get into it because let's do our Concord beta reviews, ladies and gentlemen.
All right, so just for the people watching, guys, we're gonna get into some gaming news. We don't have much today, and then we're going to get right into Trump. Whoa. Before we do that, I wanted to do one thing, though. Guys, can I have a moment of silence for somebody that I grew up with, was special to me, might not have been special to y'all, but, guys, Shannon Dorothy passed away. Me growing up, man, in the 90s, I used to watch 90210, and then I upgraded to Melrose Place, which was a spinoff that was more for adults. But yeah, man, she played as Brenda, her most iconic role. Some of you guys are too young to know that. I said that in the Discord the other day. Somebody was like, "What's 90210?" I was like, "God damn!" But I'm getting old. But yeah, I mean, it was literally the most popular show at that time. And yeah, she died at 53 years old. She was battling cancer. And I was listening to a thing about it. She actually thought she was going to beat it. They said that had some new experimental thing. She was actually getting really exciting. She told all her fans, like, look, I'm doing better. It looked like something is going to, I got something new that should be helping me out. Like her cells like changed a little bit. So she was able to use this drug. And then unfortunately, before she got to really get into the drug, she passed away. So, most of you guys might not know who she was, but that was a big show for me. So I just want to start off and just say condolences to her family and her fans, man. And
shout out to Mallrats.
There you go.
No, I'm more hurt by what's her name, Shelley Duvall passing.
Okay.
I grew up on Shelley Duvall. I mean, come on, Fairy Tale Theater and her performance in The Shining. I mean, damn.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's go back to Concord.
Ooh, Melrose Place. Yes, she said that was her show. All right, so let's go back to Concord. Bam.
All right, let's go down the line. Everybody's thoughts and whatnot.
All right, so I will start off. Josh said, Rudigs, that Canadian bacon and syrup must have.
I'll even throw up. I'll throw up some games.
Okay, your thoughts on what?
some gameplay.
Oh, yeah. Go ahead, throw up the gameplay. All right, so I'll start off. You know what? I'll say this. I did, and I don't want ISO to kill me, but when I played what was the other game? What's ISO's game? The hell is that
Valorant?
game? Yeah, Valorant. So when I played Valorant, I actually wasn't that into Valorant as like a hero shooter or whatever because I felt like I don't know if I'm not gonna get into it. I don't want ISO trying to kill me, so I just wasn't that into it, right? But reason why I was more into this game because it was more arcadey and more just simplified. It was like Valorant had so much extra you could do, and for me, I was like, it was just too over the top, you know, because I guess I got a little brain. So and that's why I'll never survive as a PC guy. But Concord, I was like, oh, I could play this. Like you had like 3 moves, like you wasn't doing much, you know. You had like, you know, you had passive abilities that you had to pay attention to. Like I like the big dude Star Child. So halfway through playing, I didn't realize, oh, if I dodge to the left or right, I get armor for a few seconds. I was like, oh, but you know, unlike something else like Valorant, it had a lot more layers. And this was more simple. So I think this got a good arcadey feel for you know, for a hero shooter, and each character was totally different. Everybody, so the people who compared to Destiny, I'm like, no, it's the reason why I can't compare this to Destiny. Destiny, you could have each character had the same weapon, right? We go all say, oh, let's run around with the Vex Mythic class, right? Everybody. This game, everybody's weapon was different. Everybody's
Not at
ability was
all.
different. So it, you know, the game was different. But I did like it. So me personally, hold on, FCAT. I mean, if I said anything wrong, you'll correct me when you get on there. But so for me, my time playing it, I liked it. I thought it was cool. I don't think I'm gonna buy it, but I guess if enough people are playing it, I mean, me personally, I got my eye on that Marvel Rivals because it's third person. I'm more of a third person guy. But I think for me, the first impressions, I thought it was cool. I give it an 8 for my first time when I played it. I was like, you know what? I'll definitely play it again. And I think it was cool, right? I give it a thumbs up. It just wasn't really my game. So I'll say that. FCAT, if you want to jump in next, or if you want to close it out, it's up to you.
So my first jumping into Concord, I was
Uh-huh.
like, you know, what's the direction of this? Where are we going with this? And I was quite confused. And all the people out there, they're sitting there saying, "Oh, it's like Destiny, it's like Overwatch,
Right.
it's like this and that," and people are completely forgetting about a certain game that got shut down because of Overwatch, and that is Battleborn. And that's what this game basically is like.
Mhm.
It's like Battleborn, only without the MOBA aspects to it. The characters are pretty much the same. The guns are pretty much the same. The buffs are pretty much the same.
Was
And
Battleborn wasn't first person though, right?
yes, it was first.
Was it?
Yeah, Battleborn was.
Okay.
It was like a MOBA. It competed against. It came out like 3 days before Overwatch, and Overwatch killed it. Completely killed it because they released it so close. But the thing is, like, once I accepted that this is feels and plays like that, I started understanding the game more.
Fair enough. You want to let's go to ISO, or did you have more you want to say?
We can go.
Right. ISO, did you get to play this at all or no?
No, so I mean, I don't know what your perception of me is. I don't care if you like Valorant or not. I already understand that game is very like you either like it or you don't.
Right.
It's that type of game it is. So I'm not even surprised, right? I think it was cool that I went to console. You didn't like it. It's all good. I ain't tripping. I love the game, but I play on PC. It's a little bit different.
Nice.
I never played Concord. So it's like it looked like it was like a free or like open or closed beta. I don't know what it was. I saw you play it and I saw a few other people play it. I definitely wouldn't pay for it. It's not I think on PC I was just looking, it's like $40 and I'm like, ooh, I don't know. Like it's kind of a weird price point for me. It looks cool for what it is though, but just I'm good, I think.
Yeah. I think it's open beta on Thursday. Is that correct, FCAT or Rudix? Correct me if I'm wrong. I thought somebody said it's going to be for everybody on Thursday. I think they made it. It was originally going to be for people who pre-ordered it. And FCAT, I'm surprised he didn't bring that up because he was annoyed. He gave me a code and then he was like, I pre-ordered it, and then they made it for anybody who had PlayStation Plus could play it. But I believe it's going to be released to everybody. But no, that's a fair assessment. I mean, you know, at the end of the day, you really didn't play it. And but what about you, Rudix? You sound to like it a lot, so let's hear it.
Yeah, for me, I mean, this has been. So I am not a PvP gamer whatsoever. I'm not a huge fan of the genre, but when
Mhm.
it comes to this game, it made me feel like I was good. I like that I had to focus around teamwork. I like that the maps were not overly complicated. They weren't vertical. They were based around gathering up in teams. Nobody was like running out and going off as one because that's how you get killed. People understand that it's teamwork. And to have that sort of progression in a game or mechanic baked in, I'm really enjoying it. Plus, the character models out of this world on how good they look, the feel of the play. I mean, I would be Roka, I would be Vale, I would be mostly those two, to be honest, because I love the feel of getting snipe shots off, and that rocket launcher is devastating. But having a good team like I did last night, all five of us together, we were all different characters, some
Mhm.
support, some were the bug guy. Like we were all running as a team, and that was really well done. We were just winning. You know, it feels good, it plays good, nothing bad to say about it. I just hope it sticks, and the open market is a test that can be brutal and something that people don't necessarily agree with me on.
Right. No, that's a good point, man. I'm glad you like it a lot. For me, I just hope people find games they like, right? Like ISO said, perfect thing he said. Like, hey, you don't gotta like it. It doesn't bother him at all. And that's how I feel. Like, I'm not gonna be like this game's gonna die because I don't like it. Like, I just hope people find games they like. So I think it's great to hear that you like it so much. I had fun with it. I played the hell out of every character to see which one I like. In the end, I like Star Child. And I like the person that I seen you using with the rocket launcher, but Star Child is like would be my go-to person. Um, you know, but yeah, I think it's a different style game that I play because I haven't the term hero shooter is new to me when I heard people saying that what was it, Star it was something was coming out, and then oh maybe it was this, and then people was like, when did you think it was a FCAT, remember when did you think it was a hero shooter? I was like, bro, I don't even know what that is. But for me, I guess it's just like a Call of Duty mode where you got five people against five people, you know. But I guess hero shooter just means everybody has different weapons and abilities from everybody else. So like Rudis kind of said, you kind of got to be on the same page, and teamwork is a big must because you got some people that could heal people and stuff like that. So but good stuff. Anything else you want to say about it, FCAT, or you want to move on?
I wanted to show some other things. Hang on.
I think the hero shooter is more about the operators and the operators
So,
having specific abilities and weapons. Whereas something in Call of Duty, you know, it's just your skins and everyone can pick from the same loadout. So I think
Well,
those are the two differences.
Well, they
right.
did add in Call of Duty where people had abilities. So, like the one guy had the dog that attacked you, the one guy had the little rope. So, remember, Call of Duty did eventually. I mean, the whole
I got
character wasn't
three.
different because we could pretty much use all the same weapons, but each person had like one ability that built up. So,
Yeah, the only thing that sucks about hero shooters too, though, is depending on the agent. Like, you're screwed if you go up a
Black
specific
Ops 3
person.
did that.
Yeah, like if you're a support and you have a character that's mainly like an attacker,
mhm.
that support character is dead. Like there's no even fight. You have to be with other people. Where that can be fun for some, for others
Right.
that can kind of be like, damn, really, I want to play this character, but the only time I'm going to do good is if I stick with this dude who kind of sucks. He's not helping me. Like it's like a hit or miss, right?
That's a great point. That's real
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, so let's talk about the fixes and stuff that they need to put in for launch.
Okay.
For me, I think the main thing is I found a lot of matches where people were quitting and you're left like either by yourself or like the whole team's against one person and it's just completely unfair, and they don't have anything implemented to replace them. If you know what I'm saying.
I thought you was gonna bring up the time to kill. I know you was like that bothers you.
Well, time to kill, I it was bothering me at first.
And then you
I mean, they
finally listened
can
to
lower
sound
it.
logic when I said, well, each
No, no, no.
character is different.
The thing is, they can lower it a little bit and make it a little bit more fun
Okay.
than tedious, because you can literally run out of a magazine while shooting somebody, and you have to reload again. And when you reload, and you'll get shot and killed. I
Yeah, but
mean,
my only issue with
that's
that
kind of
is
ridiculous.
you're talking about one specific character. So when you mention it, you almost
No,
sound like you're talking about the whole game. But there's different, like somebody that shoot the glob things. I think they don't even have a reload. They just keep shooting. Like it depends on the character. So that's why when I heard you say that, when I played the game, I was like, it makes sense. The big dude's just super strong. So you showed a video of the big dude getting shot. I'm like, dude, he's the big dude, so it was hard to kill him. But he got a shotgun, right? So he can't shoot. So he got his disadvantages as well, right? He can't shoot as far. Yeah, I think the balancing, I mean, I didn't break it down to a T, but I think when I hear what your gripe is, your gripe seems to be with a specific character, not. But you make it sound like it's generalized the whole game. And I think that's what I see is inaccurate about your statement, personally. But and now your mama knows.
And I believe one of the main functions of the game right now, which if you read the how to play, was about um, picking that first character, getting their ability, and then putting it on the character you like. So I liked that. That's why I was always Veil first, because I got that no fall off damage from distance, and then I went to Roika
Oh, I didn't
with
even know what
those
that was.
devastating rocket launcher attacks.
So what is this?
So right away, it's like the graphics aren't on par. It doesn't feel like an animated movie like Concord does. And we'll see how much that grabs people, but you can't get past how well the game looks and those cutscenes.
It's a good looking game. And Holtz is in the building, guys. Let's go. Teamwork is a must, Ron said. And Josh said Holtz. Listen, Holtz is here. And well, you know what? This ain't We Wrestle Wednesday, so I'm not terrified of Holtz. So you can rile him up. You can't make me
okay, there we go.
the servers die on me today.
So this is the Battleborn's character list. I was just kind of showing like how kind of some of the characters are pretty much identical to the characters in Concord and their weapons and stuff.
Hey, they don't got a wrestler in Concord.
I mean, some of the characters, Cowboy, but this is some gameplay
Right.
of Battleborn right here. I don't know if anybody remembers this, playing this back in the day. But yeah, it was basically a first-person shooter MOBA. But like, if you take out the MOBA aspect, you pretty much have Concord.
But you can't take out the MOBA aspect, right?
And it's not produced by Sony. I mean, they're going to want to hold tournaments with this and hold their PlayStation tournaments. Like they want to gather around a game for the console. And I think that hopefully they have enough steam internally with their audience. I wish they put it on PS Plus. I think charging people may be a bit more difficult and more of a barrier. I mean, we saw the open beta have large audiences on PlayStation. I never had an issue finding a match.
Yeah, but
But
if that's the case, they still charge people for Helldivers. So
yeah, I know. And they're not going the free route. And I think Xbox has made us sort of think that if we pay a subscription, we're entitled to these full price large games off the bat. But Firespite had to pay their employees, had to do a lot of work to put this game together. And
right.
I think there's a lot of expertise there, and they may hit a certain audience who's looking to come over and really perform on the PlayStation platform.
I think you could
I
pull
don't
this
know.
off, FK. I think you're the only one that's making a big deal about it being similar to this game. I don't think anybody else but played this game that much, so I don't really, you know what I mean? Listen, look, I guess it looks similar. If you just threw the video on and was like, oh, I got some video of me playing Concord, I guess I'd have been like, oh, I didn't see that character in Concord. But I guess if I was looking at it like you know, on YouTube through my own, like not on this stream, because the stream, you know, the quality isn't that great, then I would be like, wait, this ain't Concord. But no, I get what you're saying. It's similar to Bloodborne. Or sorry, not Bloodborne,
Battleborn.
Battleborn. Oh, Jenna Hayes is in the building. Said Rudigs, I'm heading to Bello Hosnet in the fall. Any recommendations?
There's a HORI before the Z.
Oh. Hey, listen. Blame my my public school teaching. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, I mean it's back in your days. I mean it's a little bit.
Yeah, man.
You know, there's levels of later.
Is that a
you know?
is that a place? I'm sorry, I don't know the reference.
Oh, see, and Rudigs don't even know what the hell it is. Okay, so we're gonna move on from Concord, man.
The only thing with Concord, people are saying that it might end up on PS Plus because they put the beta on PS Plus, and that was kind of a slap in the face to everybody who pre-ordered. But I mean, they're kind of doing the same thing with Call of Duty this year with Game Pass, and I mean, it's a little understandable, but your Concord definitely isn't going to compete with Call of Duty.
I don't even know why you brought that up.
And it's not made to compete with Call of Duty. I will say, if you are going to Brazil, I see that's mostly mainland. I would suggest a place called Ilha Grande. It's an island off of the coast of Rio de Janeiro. And essentially, there's fireflies everywhere. There's amazing restaurants. There's a party scene. There's people on the beach. It's a really cool place. I find it to be sort of like a haven in Brazil. So Ilha Grande, it means big island. So that's my number one recommendation. Everywhere else in Brazil was dangerous. I felt like I was always looking over my back.
You said that we're dangerous, like how?
So, buddy of mine, he's on Tinder trying to get dates in Brazil, and I'm like, well, dude, that's not a good idea. I think they're gonna see you as a white Polish kid, and they're gonna take your money. And he's like, no, it's fine. So he's on a date in the beach, and some guy walks up to them at knife point and robs them on Rio de Janeiro. And I'm like, dude, that was a setup. How could you fall for that? And anyways, the crime there, it was just, you could see it rampant all over the place, and you could see like children in tents on the street. Like, it was almost heartbreaking.
Word.
That's crazy.
All right, y'all ready for Xbox?
Well, hold on. Let's not go to Xbox just yet. I want to bring up something real quick. So let me ask you guys about this game real quick, because I kind of want to bring it up a little bit. Because I was a big fan, looking forward to this game for a very long time.
God.
And then it came out. I played the beta, the couple of the betas, and then I got to play the actual game. And I think it's okay, but it's very generic. And I was even going back for my son over the weekend. He was like, no, what you mean? I was like, well, they don't even have super abilities. It's like, yes, they do. You hold the R1 and square. I was like, what? I just thought that was a regular ability. So I was like, well, the silliest thing is to press two buttons for the melee, right? R1, L1. I was like, well, who did that? So I was like, you know what? You should go and change it, right? So when we went to change the buttons, it's literally said, ability or skill 1, 2, 3, 4. I was like, that's not an ultimate. That's a regular move. He was like, well, it take more energy to do it than the other ones. Like, no, that's not an ultimate. Like how Destiny, you build up an ultimate where you're super, you press two buttons, right? Anthem, Avengers, you name it. But this game literally has just like regular moves. Now, some characters got cool stuff, like the Blair shoots fire out of his hand and Bunny shoots electricity out of her hand. But still in all, they just feel like you got 4 abilities and special weapons and a grappler hook, and that's literally it. Now, you got a lot of passive stuff you could do. You could do a lot of mods and upgrading weapons to make them more powerful. But for the grand scheme of things, I feel like it's a cool game, but I can't help but feeling like it's missing. It feels like it came out recently, but it feels like all the other games just have a little edge on top of it. So I'm curious if you guys have similar feelings to my feelings on this.
Yeah, yeah, it's pretty mediocre and generic. It's a lot. This is pretty much a copy of Warframe. Um, I know Cowboy's like, oh, you get a sword in Warframe. That doesn't make a difference.
I mean, it does. My only issue, I don't agree with you with it being a copy of Warframe, because Warframe gameplay is so different. Warframe is more about, the melees,
It's the
your
same
sword.
mission, same characters, like same grind, same everything.
No, this is different. I feel like, well, I don't know. Listen, that's your opinion. I don't want to change your opinion, but I feel like you saying that out loud, anybody be like, "What? This is like Warframe. Why you didn't say something else?" Warframe, but.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to bring this up. Now,
apparently they're gonna change the symbols because
right,
they're copied off of Destiny 2,
that is crazy.
and apparently, what is it, 100 million players downloaded or something like that. Rudix.
Yeah, Rudy, you still there?
Yeah,
What?
I've played this game. Listen, I feel like there's different genres for different people. This is a busy work game. It's like almost cozy shooter-esque. And honestly, I fell asleep while running these strikes. They're just everything you say is right when you say it's like white bread. It's just uninspired. Nothing epic really happens. The main boss mechanic is balls that you have to shoot in a certain order. I mean, the guns, there's too many of them for me to appreciate any of them. It's the characters, I just could go through them. I mean, I've only stuck to Bunny. I have no desire to go to any other character. This game just doesn't pull me in, and it's not something that I will be gravitating to on a daily basis to get these things done. It's a busy work game. It's cozy shooting, and then Nexon with their loot drop box being sued for not having the right rates on their loot boxes. I mean, it's built to just suck money out of people, and I'm not gravitating towards those types of games right now.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense. I think that let me put on this boss battle. I think it's cool, but I just, again, like I said, if you just felt like, oh, let me play something else, there's a bunch of other games you could play instead of this. You know what I mean? So,
Outriders.
but yeah, I mean, but you know what's cool though?
Outriders.
It felt like more of a co-op experience. It felt like they weren't asking me for money all the time. It felt like it was the natural evolution of Gears of War, and I was all for it. I like the boss battles. I like the cover shooter. I wish more people supported that title for sure.
Well, the thing with that is they made it clear that that wasn't supposed to be a ongoing thing. They said, they'll judge it as the game went on and decide if they add more content. So they never said it was going to be, a live service game. So, but man, yeah, I don't know. I just wanted to bring this up because I was into this game over 2 years ago, looking at the trailer like, whoa, and I feel like what they showed then, this isn't exactly it. But I think it's cool if you love grinding, man. It's so, like I was telling my son, he was like, well, like every game you got to unlock characters. Like, no, all the games you mentioned that was like this, you get the characters from the beginning. Now this game obviously got a lot of characters. And but I was talking to somebody, it was like if you pay $50 in real money, you could get a lot, because the thing is you got to get certain materials for certain characters, and then you gotta wait. You could even up to 16 hours. You have to wait. It's kind of like ISO's on the panel, but it's kind of feel like a PC game. It's just a lot of layers to it, where it's like it's not as
Right.
it's not like it's simple, but then if there's a lot to it, that's like I mean, you could mod your guns, and then you could upgrade the mods, and you could, I mean, it's so much if you really want to dive into it and make this your only game. But it's pretty much trying to unlock all the characters is just so like you got to jump through hell and high water. But I think that's the loop that keep you stuff to do, right? If you try to say I want to unlock every character and don't pay actual real money, man, you're gonna be doing that for a while. But anyway, just wanted to bring it up. ISO, did you play this at all?
Yes, you guys skipped me. I was like, oh, but no, I actually tried it. So my friend kept harassing me to try it, and I was like, all right, let me try it then. So I downloaded it, and I actually think the game is pretty cool for what it is. I enjoyed it when playing. I think the fact of like when you join random people on the map, that's pretty cool. They can help you out. Makes the game a lot more easier, of course, because you got people like doing the same mission as you and just getting through it faster. My biggest problem with the game is when they explain to me how it works when you get more towards end game and when you're trying to unlock stuff, right? So the way they explained it to me was they're like, okay, if you're grinding to try to get these certain materials so you can make certain guns or get certain characters, things like that, the way it works is you have to get this one item, and then this one item gives you the opportunity to get possibly the materials you can get because they have certain percentages. But if you don't get that material, then you have to go back, get that initial item, then you go back and fight that boss and hope to God that you get the material you're trying to get. So when they explained that, I was like, no, you got to be shitting me, because that sounds like a pain in the ass. That sounds terrible to me, right? I enjoyed the game.
No, the RNG in this game is ridiculous.
It's bad. It's really bad. So when they explained that part to me and how crazy it sounds and how much work you really have to put in just to get certain things, I was like, okay, that's the part of the game I don't like. I enjoy the game for what it is. It's cool, it's fun. I think the characters are cool. Story is, I mean, it's whatever. I'm not.
It's a video game.
Yeah, I don't play it for the story. To be complete, I skip everything, all the dialogue, just to play. So no, it's cool. I played it for like 5 hours, and then I'm kind of chilling right now. I'm not really playing it. Yeah.
Right.
But you know what's funny though, ISO?
I was saying,
okay.
Destiny 1 RNG was pretty ridiculous.
That is true. What I was gonna say though, ISO, the funny thing is what you really liked about it, me and Bio didn't like at all. So it randomly throwing you in with people sounds cool, right? So, but when you play with people, this is what would happen, right? So I jumped on the planet, right, where you would fight Kingston or whatever, and then I was like, "Oh, jump on me!" So then Bio was like, "Bro, say your thing is full." I was like, "How's my thing full? I'm playing with nobody. What are you talking about?" It's like, "Yeah, it says it's full." So then we realized, like, oh, every time you jump from the tower, well, I'll just use Destiny terms, and you go to the actual missions, it just automatically gives you somebody. But that was really annoying, and we had to, like, I tried to jump on him, and I was like, "You're full," and we was like, "Oh, so we just need to join, like, in the actual tower." So think about it. If I'm playing a game before you, and I'll be like, "Oh, just jump and help me," then you can't jump and help me, and I'll have to either end that mission to go back to the tower, or you just got to wait till I finish the mission. So it does seem cool if you're just playing by yourself, but if you want to play with people, it is a little tedious. So it's interesting,
I didn't think it was a big deal because it's really fast to load it. At least on PC, to me, it's really quick. I don't know how it is on console, so I can't speak on it. But to me, it wasn't a big deal because you get to the hub, you're like, oh, let me grab some stuff and turn in missions, and they're like, oh, just join me. You send the invite, they join, you guys get ready, and then you go to whatever island or mission you guys are gonna do. So I never found that to be too inconvenient because it was really quick. So it was like, I didn't mind personally.
Cool. And I think that's what's cool about people and gaming in general. We literally got two different thought processes about the same thing, right? And there's nothing wrong with that, So I think it's cool if we could just say, oh yeah, cool, I get your point, and I get your point, and that's really it. But yo, Nerds World, what's up? What game is this? I stepped out and missed what you guys were talking about. This is the First Descendant. It is a free-to-play game that's out right now. It's an MMO. It's third person, so that's kind of cool. I do like third persons a little more than first person. So you know. But all right, FK, I'm gonna bring your screen back up if you want, but I just want the
But does it look like Unreal 5 to you? Is it really a push in the evolution of graphics?
No, I didn't think. I thought it looked
No.
okay, but I didn't feel it was Unreal. Like I didn't feel it was the best use of Unreal 5.
Quantum Error is better graphics than that.
And the other thing I want to say is gamers are typically married to one game and date other games, and
Right.
this game was just not up to my preference to be
You
married.
didn't want to propose this game.
Nah.
But yeah, guys. So the
Here we
big
go.
announcement. The big announcement. Game Pass is going up. They're introducing new Game Pass standard tier, and this is the weird part. So Game Pass, regular Game Pass for console,
Okay.
is going away. And so you have to keep on the auto renew to stay on it. New people can't sign up for it. If you let that run out, you lose it. So if you
Hold
get
on, wait, wait, wait,
unlimited,
wait, 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 wait,
puts
wait,
you
wait.
into this
Explain
new
that.
Game Pass standard, and basically you get all the games but day one stuff.
How much is that?
The price of Ultimate now, so $15 a month.
No, I'm talking about that. Is that the one where you don't get the day one stuff? I'm actually, how much is that?
Yeah,
$15.
$15 a month.
Okay, $14.99. Okay, so $14.99, you get a bunch of games, but you don't get access to day one stuff. Now, for an extra
And you get
$5, huh?
And you get online.
And you do get online. All right.
Yes.
And for an extra $5, you can get
Ultimate.
the ultimate, and the ultimate just comes with everything. And the ultimate is also PC and cloud, right?
Right.
Yeah.
So I don't know if I mentioned this trick before in these streams, but PC Game Pass. If you purchase PC Game Pass, you can download the single player stuff that's available on both console and PC onto your console. So you can still get the day one stuff on console if you just use PC Game Pass, but you won't have online, and it's only
Okay.
certain games.
Now, Maker said ultimate is $16.99. Is he saying now, as in like just right now for limited time,
Yeah.
or? You know what's sad for me is I got hyped up when I seen the Xbox showcase, and I was like, "Oh, I'm buying an Xbox." Oh my god, because the volume got me, right. The amount of games they were showing, but then they just didn't release anything. And I'm one of those people, like when a movie comes out, if I don't see it in the first 2 weeks, then I'm just not gonna watch it in the movies. So now FCAT was actually showing me like, "Oh, they got a discount for Xbox X," and I'm just like, I don't think I want it anymore. But I mean, eventually down the road, maybe when those games start coming. But the problem is, I think those games will probably be spaced out and not at like the volume of watching the video, like, oh, you getting this game, that game, but they're going to be spaced out. So I'm probably like, well, I don't care about that game, but I do want to play that game, but I don't want to buy an Xbox for that game. So
this is what you do. You wait for Black Friday or Christmas for when the Xbox Series X goes on sale.
right.
Then you stack up on CD keys Game Pass, and that's the cheapest route.
I mean, I don't mind I think $20 a month isn't bad. That don't bother me. It's just I don't want to buy the console if I feel like I'm not going to use it that much. And I know it's going to be a Game Pass machine, but I think the thing is, when I watched that video, it had me thinking like, look how many games. But then when I realized, and I even said it, I said Game Pass will never put out so many at one time because as a business, you need to space them out. It just makes sense. You wouldn't just throw them all out at once, right? And so now in hindsight, I'm thinking about my own observation of gaming is like, well, yeah, if I do spend whatever it costs to get an Xbox X, but it's going to be spaced out so far apart, I'm going to feel like, did I waste my money or not? But I guess I wanted to get it because playing xCloud just isn't that great. And also I don't want to spend money for GeForce Now, because I know somebody's gonna say that, and pay for Game Pass. So that's like $40 a month, right? So yeah, I don't know. I guess I'm caught in the like I don't even know. I guess I just be like, well, I guess oh well. So who knows?
Yeah, I'm not sure the prices maker. The prices are all over the place with this new thing, and they're so confusing with these tiers and
Mhm.
whatnot. They can't just do it like PlayStation
So
does, where you have online on every
Ultimate is
tier.
raising to 19.99 USD. PC
Right.
Game Pass is raising to 11.99, and then they have all the middle stuff, which I don't quite understand. Phil Spencer is an odd guy, right? He goes on stage and he says, "We're going to make Xbox better by bringing people in, and that's why we're not going to charge our people more money." And then they go
Right,
around and they raise the prices. It's
right, and they
then they
also
said
said they would.
ABK wouldn't raise the prices, and
Right.
then here they are raising the prices again. I mean, didn't they just announce record placement on the stock market? They're doing absolute gangbusters, Microsoft, in everything, but yet they have to charge their Game Pass subscribers, gamers, and
Yeah, but
consumers more
if
money.
to be fair, they're about to add Call of Duty, all these Bethesda, all these
It's not about
Activision. Like,
that.
how can you not raise the price?
It's not about that because they haven't added it yet. We know Call of Duty and all that's coming soon or whatever the rumor is. All we know for certain is the newest Call of Duty is coming to Game Pass.
Mhm.
But I don't know that it's just weird. This move is just stupid, and I'll always question Xbox's choices and decisions with these Game Pass tiers and stuff because like Game Pass Core, like nobody's using that. Like nobody's paying for just online and 25 select games. Like
I thought they said the regular Game Pass was more people that paid for that than the regular the what it was called. Isn't Core pretty much gold, right?
yeah, Core is what used to be gold,
So
and you only get 25 select
yeah,
games.
I thought in the past they said more people paid for gold than Game Pass.
The truth is
Right.
about
Well, you
gaming
had to get
that
Game Pass with gold back in
over
the day.
60%, if not 80% of gamers play Fortnite, Minecraft, Roblox. Like that's where the gamers at. And some gamers just need the online access to play Fortnite, and that's what they use their box for. Or Minecraft, other
Right.
ones like that.
Right. I mean, if you stay on the silver free tier, you're playing free to play games and single players.
Well, you know what the cool thing is? None of it really matters, right? What it matters is to each individual person. Like how ISO and I just had a conversation about one thing, right? We both are on two sides of the coin. So maybe let's say you don't have that much money, or you buying something for your kids, so you buy the cheap version, right? So you buy you know what, my kids, I'm just gonna get my kids the core or whatever it's called now, right? And then
Yeah.
maybe you're like the hardcore guy and you want all these games, so you're gonna pay for the $19.99. Or better yet, maybe you're a PC guy, and that's the sweet spot if you got a decent PC, because only paying the PC amount and you get everything. And I think that's so I think at the end of the day, gaming is gaming. You got to kind of want what you want out of it, and you utilize what these companies are giving to you. At the end of the day, I always say this: unless you got your own trillion-dollar company and you can make a better subscription and better games, you're kind of at the mercy
Right.
of them. So you either get it or you
Right.
don't get it. So I mean, that's what it comes down to.
What I wanted to add, I think this power move is because the Xbox fan base has been
Mhm.
conditioned to just rely on Game Pass and not buy games, so they're kind of forcing them to buy games, to choose to buy games over a renting service
Wait. Say that again.
because of the price increase. Like now, it's the Game Pass is about the same price as two games.
Oh, you mean so a game, right? Two games was $70, right? So you're talking about for the whole year?
I'm just saying, I feel like maybe they're trying to weed
I don't
out
I don't see the
weed out
correlation
the
there, right?
bad
If you
apples, weed out the bad apples, the people abusing Game Pass as like a like a way not to buy games.
Wait,
Yeah,
what?
but think about it, right? If you pay $20 a month, in that 1 month, you got access to
Imagine the
so many
person
games.
whose
So
library is just full of Game Pass stuff. They don't buy games. Like,
Yeah,
no,
but
no,
that's
I
part
hear
of.
you, but hear me out. What I was trying to understand was your logic, right? So if I was a Game Pass guy and I just used to paying $15 a month and now I'm paying $20 a month, right? Let's just take it as that. And I like it because every month they add new games, and then every so often they're gonna add the big blockbuster games. And then like I always got like access to like 400 games every month, right? If I was already conditioned to that, why would I stop paying that just to buy 2 games? Please make that make sense. Now, if it's a new person that was trying to
it's
decide, oh, I'm
cheaper
about to
to
get
buy
an
the
Xbox,
game
what should
than
I do?
Game Pass.
Say it again.
Keeping up with it's cheaper to buy the game outright than paying for Game Pass. Build your own library. Like,
No, no, but you're
what's
not.
gonna be? What's the tipping point for everybody here? Like, what price point is it? 25? Is it 30? Because this seems to keep on going
Well,
up.
the
What's
the
gonna be the
thing is,
tipping point for you to be like, yeah, screw Game Pass?
so the thing is
Yeah,
this. Oh, go ahead, Rudix.
well, the average gamer doesn't have as much time as a lot of people. So they're usually playing about 6 to 8 hours of gaming a week, and that's like a max amount for a gamer. And that usually games are like 80-hour games these days. So
Right.
really, how much time do people have to beat their games? So that's when the argument for just buying the games you're going to play outright, because a lot of people jumped from Fortnite, like I said, to maybe Assassin's Creed and
Right.
possibly another one out there. That's the majority of gamers. And I think there does become a tipping point where people need to start looking, wow, this subscription is costing a lot when they look at it, their bill. And why are we paying this much if our kid's only playing Fortnite? So I think these are going to be discussions that start to happen. I mean, as humanity and society and economics, they've been pushing subscription on us more recently in the past 5 to 10 years. And
Right.
now we're getting to a point where subscriptions being $20 are an average. And I think it's just a ludicrous place to be in for us as consumers.
So
They're already finding leaks that games are about to become 85 dollars or something like that.
Well,
On
hold up. To
PlayStation.
your point, Rudix. So that's why I said if a person's already conditioned, right? So, like, let's say a Cubini, just using him for instance, right? Or let's say, somebody who already pay every month, right? They found value in just being able to say, "Hey, I got a large amount of games," and also to Darth Kermit's point, yeah, it could be the same thing said for PlayStation, right? Any subscription, right? Even Ubisoft, if you pay a certain month, and let's just use the number $20, like Rudik said, right? At this point, everything's getting to $20, if not more, right? So $20, you get a library of games every month. Some stuff leaves, some stuff come in, right? If you're conditioned to pay that, you like that style, right? And that's it. So those people, I don't see the issue. But to Rudik's point, if you're new and you was like kind of what FCAT was saying, hey, I'm thinking about getting an Xbox. Should I? And again, I don't know some people who like Xbox to have some type of feeling. I'm not just singling out Xbox, but it's a good analogy, right? So, hey, I'm about to get an Xbox, but they also got this thing called Game Pass. But I don't really have that much time to play games, as Rudix was saying. Then, yeah, there should be a decision on should I pay $20 a month and I can have a bunch of games coming in, or do I just pick and choose my game? Now, this is where I'm going to swing to my side, and that's why I like GameFly. Because with GameFly, I just simply say, hey, I'm going to pick that game, and I'm going to play it until I like it enough to say I want to beat it, or till I like it enough or don't like it enough, and I send it back, and then I'm just going to get the next game. So I'm not feeling like, man, I'm paying all this money, and I got all these games that I'm not playing. I'm only playing one game at a time. And then I'm dabbling, kind of like the Fortnite analogy. I'm trying to beat one story-driven game, and then I'm playing multiplayer games or other games on the side, to your marriage analogy. But to each his own. But I just want to kind of bring some logic to this whole conversation.
No, I'm kind of confused on what point is being brought up, because it's like either you use Game Pass or you buy your games. Who gives a fuck what someone wants to use?
I agree.
Either you want to pay that amount or you don't. You either have online or you don't.
I agree.
I don't get what the argument is. Like, how long are people going to tolerate until they want to tolerate it? I mean, it's up to them. I don't understand the argument that's trying to be made. So if you can clarify, because to me it doesn't make sense. Either you want to continue using Game Pass or you don't. I personally use PC Game Pass because I don't use the console. So I don't get the what the problem
Well,
is.
let me ask you this. I think FCAT point is this, ISO. How expensive does Game Pass? This is what he's trying to figure out. How expensive does Game Pass have to be to you say I don't want to pay for it because I'll just buy the game that I actually want? That's what he's trying to push. He's trying to push us to making a decision to make it. This is when I will stop using Game Pass. So to your point, you're paying what, $11 a month for PC Game Pass. So FCAT wants to know how much does PC Game Pass has to cost for you to say I don't want to subscribe to it anymore.
Shit, I don't know. I have no idea.
I think if I was a big fan of Game Pass or any of these subscriptions, I'll just use GameFly, right? I use GameFly. It's like $17 a month, right? I guess if it was like $25 a month, then I'm like, yes, I could send games back, but if I take too long to beat a game, then I could have just bought that game. But then I'm weird because I don't like to own games that I don't want to keep. I just want to play and beat them, and I don't want to own them. Like it's digital color is like a real thing for me. So, but yeah, maybe $25 might be that. To FCAT's question, maybe $25 might make me be like, ooh, that's a bit much. I could do $19.99, right? You're getting a bunch of video games. They're coming out. They're gonna add, their latest, greatest games. $19.99 I don't think is bad at all. What about you, FCAT? If we could ask you, what would, and then what would be the price that make you say, oh, I don't want to pay for Game Pass?
Oh my God. Shoot, right now, it is right now.
Okay, that's fair.
It's getting ridiculous. I mean,
So
for me,
right now, meaning $20.
A good thing for Xbox to do right now is create a whole nother free tier where you watch ads to get a certain time online, kind of like how GeForce now does. That would be perfect for them to do. I know some people out there don't like ads or whatever. They don't want ads in their video games, but you're just gonna have to grin and bear it.
But give me a dollar amount though. Like how much
right now?
Like, so
right
what
now,
is
like if I'm resorting to CD keys to stack up on Game Pass, like the retail price of Game Pass right now is ridiculous.
No, yeah, but I
They're
heard
not putting anything on there to
no, but
justify the value.
no, but you're not giving me a dollar amount, right? I seen you said
Right
$19.99,
now,
but
like
then I just
right
seen
now,
I seen Maker said it was
$15.
$16.99. So
$15 is what it
okay,
is right now.
okay, so $15 is too much for you.
Right.
Okay, all right, that's cool. I just was curious. What about you, Rudix? How much would be too much to have a subscription service?
Yeah, I'll have to go with Stadia. Back in the days, I felt like $9.99 was a decent amount for me to be able to play online and be subject to their curated games. When it gets past that point, I'd rather curate my own library than pay a
Exactly.
subscription to have somebody else curate it for me.
Mhm.
If they're gonna offer all the games that I like, or like a GameFly situation where I pick the games that I want to play, then it would be more appealing to me. But that's not the life we live in, so I'll just build my own library, like FCAT's saying, and that's just the way I want a game. I'd rather do that.
No, that's cool. I was just curious, because it was a good question for FCAT. I know he was trying to trigger some people, but no, it's good stuff.
It's just tough because we also have to pay for online too on console, so that's like another
Ooh, that's
thing you have
tough.
to add in.
Oh, say that again. You said the online part.
Yeah, where you have to pay for online.
What's crazy? I don't even think every time you bring that up, I'm like, that's been a thing for so long. Like, who even talks about it anymore? Like, I forget. Like, oh yeah, that's. I guess that is a thing, right?
If Xbox comes out with a console that has PC in it, they're gonna have to get rid of online.
You missed
paying for it.
Flintlock, Maker.
I
Are you
mean,
saying all these games?
like all these old Activision games, like the Transformers supposed to be coming, all the old Call of Duties, like is
Right.
that going to justify it? Like
Well, look
really?
what Maker just said. This is a good point though, and Rudy said he left out Flintlock. So Hellblade 2, Avowed, Call of Duty, Indiana
Redfall.
Jones, Stalker 2, and Flintlock. He said, is that
Okay.
word? He'd say that
So I'm gonna hit back at that. So Redfall, Starfield, Hellblade 2, all those games were not worth the value. I'm sorry. Flintlock, that's gonna be a sweet baby game. Not a lot of people's gonna even touch that just because it's a sweet baby game. Stalker 2 might be good. Avowed, we don't know. Definitely Indie's gonna be good. I mean, yeah, toward the end of the year and next year, Game Pass will be worth it. All right.
Yeah, I mean, it all depends what you like and what you want to get into. I would just say PC Game Pass probably solves that for a lot of people who have a PC.
Yep.
And that is probably a price that I could live with, having that subscription. But again, anything higher, like I'm not a big fan of them going $9.99 to $11.99, but that's starting to do my breaking point, I would say.
Right.
But
Yeah, I mean,
PC
I think
is
the coolest
the way to go if you're going to play at least 6 or 7 of those games.
So the community's comment, like with I can't justify paying for Ultimate for crappy xCloud Series S profiles when I could play, barely any latency on PS5 Cloud and play the games that I own through the cloud at 60 frames per second. I mean,
Yeah, I think if it's a cloud thing, then that's a good point. But I wouldn't like if I had a console, if I had a PlayStation and an Xbox, there's no way I could say PlayStation
EA
Plus
Play
is
is not
better
worth
than
it.
Game Pass.
EA Play is not worth it because they went up and now they have to cover the cost for EA Play and Game Pass, and that's why it went up. And there's barely anything in EA Play.
Well, to you, I mean, whenever you say there's barely this, barely that, that's for your perspective, which is fine because you're speaking from you. But and to make a general statement, as if like let's say you were recommending, you was like, there's nothing in there, and the person just never looked. But if they look and be like, oh, they got this game, that game, so that's the only thing with gamers, right? We often feel like our perspective is the law. It's only the law to us, and that's the only thing I guess I disingenuous with gamers a lot of time because we say this is dead, that is dead.
Now, if they throw in Ubisoft Plus in Game Pass, then it'll be worth it.
Well, it depends. Some people are gonna be like they don't like Ubisoft games, and there you go, right? But anyways, no, I think it was a good talk to bring up the Game Pass thing. I think we kind of beaten it over the head with a shovel. I don't know what else to say about it, unless you got another angle you want to spin, FCAT.
Just that they're changing the Microsoft Awards reward thing around these new Game Pass changes, and it's not looking good. You're not going to be able to redeem stuff and get free Game Pass anymore. People were getting free Game Pass this way.
Yeah, I don't know, so I can't really speak on that because I never use that, so I don't even know what it does.
PlayStation Stars came back, and PlayStation Stars beats this any day.
Yeah, well, obviously the removal of rewards has hurt some people. I know a lot of friends of mine who use these to get their Game Pass the next month. So it was a great program while it existed, although it looks like they're cutting off all avenues and they are trying to double down on their Game Pass revenue. So, unfortunate to see, but like you said, stock up for 13 months, CD keys if you're a Game Pass user.
Right.
There's
That's
many
what I'm
things you can
saying.
do.
Like we're gonna have to resort to CD keys now. Like that's the only way.
Well, you know what the thing is, if somebody don't have a problem paying $20, then because I hear like there's people that don't want to pay $20, but for me, if I had game, I would easily pay $20 for Game Pass. I don't think that's a problem. But if there was a game that came out that I wanted to play, well, I'll say this: I'll probably wait for maybe 2 games to be out at the same time that I want to play. Yeah, I think to get a bunch of games for 1 month for
Yeah,
$20
don't sub
isn't
just
bad.
for one game. That'd be a waste of money.
Yeah, unless that game, like I play the hell out of it that month, right? I'll pay $20 to play a game for a month if I really, really was like most of the time you came on, you're like, damn, you're still playing that game, right? And I was like, yo, I'm canceling after this month, so I'm getting my money's worth and I'm enjoying it. Then I mean, again, you put your own price on what you think is worth for you, but I think $20 if I was gonna play the hell out of a game, I wouldn't mind. But that's just me, right? Not everybody got a different wallet, so I can't say what's good for everybody else.
So you ready to move on to the next thing for Xbox?
Let's do it. But I also want to say my girl Lala's in the building. I didn't know you was that into video games, Lala. So we definitely got to have some side conversations about you knowing all this stuff about gaming.
So there's a rumor going around, and
Right?
nobody knows if it's true or false. Whatever, it's just speculating. But you made a video one time, Cowboy, called Xbox's new Stadia, and in that
True.
video we showed a rumor of Xbox liquidating, shutting down, and all kind of stuff within the month that starts with J, right? And it's July, right? Bam! Microsoft might scale back on Xbox consoles in some major regions.
So I'll say this. I mean, if you found out that, let's say there was I'm trying to think of a good number. I want to say 45%, or I want to say 60. So 45 to 60% drop in purchases in, let's just say, Germany, right? I'm just throwing it out there. Would you not scale back, right? Would you stop production, right? Would you stop distribution to that area? You probably would. So I don't know if this means, oh no, they're gonna get rid of all consoles, because I doubt that. But I think this could mean that, the thing is, I used to work for a market research company for 20 years. They do surveys for a lot of different things, right? They pay money to survey so much. So they have to do some type of research to know, what, we have to pull back on this or that. Or if you never do that as a company, you're just throwing money out the window. Every so often, you got to find out where you're losing money, right? And so, again, distribution, knowing where the need for certain stuff is, right? Like, oh, do we need to keep shipping this much to this country or this sector or whatever? So, I mean, again, I didn't read this rumor, but I just think it might just be as simple as, hey, we need to scale back in this area.
So first things first, just Corden also said Xbox games weren't coming to PS5. He was wrong. Just
for the Xbox, what?
Xbox games wasn't coming to PS5.
Could this just be because they're switching out the models? Aren't they coming out with the terabyte model? Do you think they're just reducing the first gen and replacing it with the second gen?
That's what I would think. FK, I think that question was to you. Anyways, yeah, I mean, personally, I think that's probably what it is. They're probably phasing out certain products because, so they can have just one SKU of that individual product. So, but that's what I would think. ISO, what's your thoughts on this game? On this?
I mean, they're making that decision. I already have an Xbox, so I'm good. doesn't really do anything for me.
Yeah, I don't even have an Xbox. It doesn't do anything for me either.
Yeah, I'm just like, I mean, if they do it, they do it. That's why they got the Fire Stick and all the other stuff, so you can figure it out. You know,
Yeah.
like
You
you
can
know,
figure it out.
yeah, like,
Xbox, figure it out.
yeah, like, hey, you can either use XCloud, you can try to find another Series X, and you can use
Right.
Amazon Fire Stick. I don't know.
Yeah,
pretty
Man,
GeForce Now.
I'm
I
pretty sure
may
you still
buy
be able to.
Game Pass if Phil Spencer comes out and says, "Figure it out."
I mean, I'm pretty sure you'll still be able to find it. So it's just like, I don't know. You know what? I don't give a fuck. That's why I don't care.
Right.
It does. I don't care.
Nah, I agree. I'm with you.
Yeah.
It doesn't really matter.
It'll buff. It'll buff.
So yeah, so they're basically, if they do this, they're gonna force all these users to use cloud or PC.
Which is the best way. So I mean, that's okay.
not cloud, but PC.
Yeah, I don't see cloud like a bunch of people jumping the cloud just yet.
I feel like that's where the market's going. Like they're forcing us to buy these expensive freaking PCs and stuff.
I don't see where the force is though. I don't understand where you see that. Not once did I feel like I had to buy a PC in all these years.
It seems like it's going. You might have to one day. You're gonna cave in.
I just feel like in all these years of gaming, I have never felt I was forced to get a PC. You know, I think it's always been preference. You know, the only time you might be forced to do something is if your favorite game, the next version was exclusive to something you didn't have, and maybe you felt like, oh, come on, like if Call of Duty all of a sudden was Xbox exclusive, then people could say I was forced to buy Xbox because Call of Duty is such a popular game, they probably couldn't go without playing the next version, right? Then you could say that, but you know,
I don't know. It's weird. I mean, Cerebon did say they were gonna release something.
Mhm.
They released the digital Series X. Then she said there's going to be the largest technical leap, whatever, in hardware. And personally, I think she was talking about the Fire Stick.
Exactly.
And that's going to be it.
Yeah, I don't know. FK, I think you be talking crazy sometimes, but it is what it is. It's entertaining. Like I said in the beginning of the show, everything you hear today is for entertainment purposes only. I might have to make a banner that pops up and say that. But all right, man. Listen, are we? I think we're getting close to that time, FCat.
Yeah, let's get into the Trump stuff.
All right, so we're done with gaming. Oh, wait. Do any of you guys have anything else you want to add for gaming before we move?
Concord is a good game. It looks great. It feels good. It made me feel like I was a decent PvP player. So bringing it back to that, I hope that it gets some legs when it enters the open market. But you never know today, and we'll see how it does.
Well, what is this release date?
August 23rd for the early access. August 28th is the full release, I believe. Or 27th.
Right around
there
the corner.
you go.
Somewhere around there. Which
Right
is the
around the
same
corner.
time the Call of Duty beta will be also running. So it's gonna have some competition when they come.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, right before we get into that, I just realized I got to feed my fish.
Oh, also Outlaws comes out around that same time too. So Concord's good. It's not looking good.
So if you're looking for a good way to play Star Wars Outlaws and you think you can beat it in 1 month, I would 100% recommend signing up for Ubisoft Plus to be able to check it out for a cheaper price. That is one subscription I would recommend for a monthly grab.
Well,
I'm
Rude
be
did.
good in a month.
I'm doing Ubisoft Plus just to see if it's any good, and if I like it, then I'll buy it straight out.
Hey, Rudigs. I'm gonna check out Star Wars via GameFly, personally. You know,
You're
Why
American
what?
and I'm Canadian. I don't have the
listen,
GameFly.
I'm about to send it to your
Oh,
house. Hey, Rudigs, maybe I could mail GameFly to you.
that's only because PlayStation doesn't have Ubisoft Plus. They only have the classics.
Yeah, the
Xbox
classic.
has Ubisoft Plus on it.
Yo,
Damn, you
Cudini
need
said
an Xbox for
Helldivers
that.
2 on Xbox in July. What about that? What about that rumor?
That oh my god, that's a stupid rumor, and you're stupid if you believe
But what if it's true?
Yeah, right.
it's not.
But what
Listen,
if?
we didn't think that Stadia rumor was true.
Don't even entertain.
Hey, I was told Stadia wasn't gonna die. Look what happened to that.
I know. I said, hey, right. So I'm like, man, that's dumb as hell. Whoever think they're gonna die. Lo and behold.
Yeah,
Lo and
that's a
behold.
sad rumor.
All right. Anyways, I think it's that time. So, guys, usually the console stuff is like a big deal, but yeah, we actually want to get into some worldly stuff that happened recently. And so, at the end of it, whether I get to it or not, I mean, I could bring up the Eminem thing right now if you guys
Oh,
want.
whoa, what? Eminem, what?
Yeah, because I wanted to just ask you guys what's your thoughts on Yeah, let's do that right now. Did anybody get to listen to some of Eminem songs on the new album or listen to the whole album?
I listened to the whole album the
Okay.
night it came out. Shit is fire.
Okay. So I was listening to songs little by little as they was coming out, and I know that second song, well, I forgot what it's called. I listened to half of it, and I was just like, eh. So I turned it off, and then people was like, oh, you got to listen to the rest of it. He went in on everybody. I was like, okay. So then I listened to it. I was like, okay. Like, I think you have to listen to Eminem words, right? You can't be like, no, I mean, again, for me, because I don't want to generalize this, but for me, Eminem, I have to remember he's a lyricist, so I have to remember. Let me not just listen to it as, oh, this is going to be like a overall great song, a good song. I'm going to say great. I don't want to take down any of his greatness, but I think I'm also kind of like, I don't really listen to rap. I don't really listen to anything anymore. I haven't purchased a album since probably maybe 2013, 2012, where I'm like super into it, listen to the whole album. I just randomly hear different songs. So Eminem for me, he does just seem like, it's the same song and dance kind of. I think I kind of outgrowed him a little bit, but when I actually listen to his lyrics, right, I'm like, oh man, he's saying some crazy stuff. But not like back in the day where I felt like the whole song, I was like, yo, now I'm kind of like, okay, he said like 5 things in that song that I was like, oh snap, that was crazy. I did listen to a bunch more songs, Antichrist, because he had some crazy titles. I was like, oh, I gotta listen to this one, right? But for me, the whole album's on YouTube, so I'll slowly finish listen to it. If I got a long drive, I'll throw it in, listen to the whole thing. But I personally think Eminem isn't what he was for me. I kind of don't like some of his like he's still doing some of the little like kind of like the accents or whatever. Some of it I'm just like certain tones he do I really like oh, that's the Eminem I like. Some of them I don't like. So for me, I don't like him overall. Like some of him I just don't vibe with anymore, and I'm kind of like I don't really like that song. Whereas back in the day I just loved everything. So I think I've evolved more that I'm just so into Eminem as the artist versus I gotta specifically like that individual song, and I ain't giving him the credit no more. Like he's so good, I'm gonna like everything. Now I'm kind of like, that song wasn't that good, but I love to see that he's still doing it. I love to see that his lyrics are still great if you really tune into the lyrics. So
Right.
but I don't think I would have paid for that. What I've heard so far in the album, I wouldn't have paid for. But again, like I said, I'm kind of out of music as the point where I haven't purchased an album in so long. So it's different. So I'm not gonna put my feelings for music on everybody. You know what I mean? It's just my own particular. I want to describe
Who
how
pays
I am
for
with music.
music
But
or albums anymore? Now what?
say that again.
That's it. I'd say who pays for music or albums anymore? You can get it for free.
I mean, some people probably do. I don't know who doesn't, who do or who doesn't. But I just know on YouTube it was out there. I was
They
like,
did
oh
free
wait,
for a decade.
yeah, I was like, wait, there's a whole playlist. I could just listen to this on YouTube. I thought that was crazy. But again, I haven't bought anything in a long time, so I don't really know how purchasing music going now. Like, do you just buy it on iTunes or something, or like you, ISO? Did you buy it, or did you just listen to it on YouTube? I don't know.
No, I've never bought music like ever, like
Oh, okay.
LimeWire. You know, like
Okay.
never have I ever bought music. Oh well, I did
That's
buy
what I'm talking
Eminem
about.
CD. That's a different story.
Okay.
But I bought it like I actually bought it like a month ago. We were at a store and I saw it and I was like, oh shit! So I bought it.
Mm-hmm. What, the new one now, or
No. It's let me see. I have it right here. Let me grab it. Oh, it was the Eminem show. That's the CD.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So Josh said Eminem is an ill lyricist, but sometimes he got too silly for me with the music videos and songs. He said they were funny as a kid, but as an adult, just need the bars. Does the new album have silly songs? I think you'll never catch Eminem not having silly stuff.
Houdini's pretty silly.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's your usual Eminem. He's going after,
Yeah.
all these groups, MAGA, trans, fat people,
Oh man, he was going in on midget. I was like,
nameless.
whoa.
Yeah, he went after.
I mean,
He
it's
talked
not
about
new.
Lizzo.
Right. He talks about P. Diddy. He talks about, all kind of people. But I haven't bought a Eminem. The only Eminem CD that I bought was the one where Survival, and that's only because Call of Duty Ghosts, when they first showed it, like the trailer, and they were like world premiere from Eminem, they just hit you with that Survival, and you're like, oh shit, that shit was gangster, bro. That made me buy Call of Duty Ghosts and that album.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah, I mean, I was I was a big Eminem fan, and I used to buy, all of his albums. But again, that was a long time ago. But here, let me pull this up in the back screen. So The Death of Slim Shady is the name of the album, if you guys didn't know. And I mean, it's on YouTube. So I say definitely check it out. Here's the
I mean, the
literally
transition from Slim Shady to
it says,
Eminem in the CD is cool.
yeah, I'm gonna send you out a link. This is literally all the songs right here.
Yeah, it's on YouTube. Yeah, you can listen to it whenever. I think that album was absolutely amazing. I've been an Eminem fan for a very long time. I might not catch what he says a lot because you have to listen to the song multiple times to even catch like what the fuck he's trying to say for everything. And I'm not huge in like I'm not a person who like breaks down bars and stuff like that. I do appreciate his music, and I think Eminem is an extremely great artist, regardless of people what they want to try say. And a lot of people don't give him his flowers just because he's white, and it's ridiculous, So it's like Eminem is goated. How he's able to rap and rhyme all these fucking he is ridiculous.
What's crazy?
What's up?
So where I live at, I actually don't. Where I live at, I don't see anybody not giving Eminem credit because he's white. Where I live at, everybody's like, bro, Eminem is like, I don't know anybody who don't think Eminem is, if not the top one of the top 5. So where I live at, like, no one even looks at him like, oh, he's white. Everybody give him credit. Where I live at.
It's like the music industry, because like so he mentions it in his music, like, oh, top 5, like bitch, I'll fucking kill everyone in your top 5, like no one can even touch him. Like he goes after it because people won't put him in the top 5 because he's white. That's why he goes after them like that. But Eminem is just fucking crazy. I think his music is really good. If you guys listen to the album, like the way he switches from Slim Shady back to Eminem is just absolutely crazy. And I think that
he's
how he
always done that.
Not necessarily. Slim Shady has not. If you listen to how Eminem raps, it's like Marshall Mathers / Eminem. He hasn't really gone like Slim Shady for a long time because in his music he locks Slim Shady away. You got to remember, Slim Shady has. This is where Slim Shady actually returned, and he actually like I accept you. You are me. Like we are one and the same. Like he talks about that shit in this album. Like it's crazy. You really got to listen and try to understand the lyrics. That's why it's so nuts.
I'm heading off to dinner, but I will catch you guys later. I will say this about Mr. Marshall Mathers. You got to appreciate it. The style of writing he uses he uses like a syllable rhyming where the multiple syllables in a word or phrase, they connect with each other. And I think styles like that, like Ludacris uses a similar style, Biggie uses a similar style. Like it just sounds really well done, and he mixes that in with wordplay, rapid fire. So his writing is always on point. But just for me now, I'm more of a chill vibe. He's always a little too angry for me, but definitely beyond talented. But thanks for having me. I will catch you guys on the next one, and as always, take care and be kind out there.
Have a good one.
All right, thanks for the
And now
popping.
your mama knows.
I definitely put the link to Rudig's channel in the chat, guys. But thank you for joining, Rudigs. Appreciate it.
To Drew, also the Drew in there. Can you hear me?
Yep, we hear.
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, there we go. Yeah, to also Drew in there, his producer skills are pretty good as well.
Yeah, he's Eminem is killing it, and I think like I always appreciate when he releases music because the one thing I do like is he don't give a fuck. He's like, I don't care if people try to cancel me. I'm gonna say what I say.
That's what I like.
Yeah, like some people are too scared to say something about like a group of people, and to me it's ridiculous because you may not agree with it, but doesn't mean you should be like canceled or whatever. And people take that shit like way too seriously. So he doesn't give a fuck. So I appreciate that he's going after everybody because he's like, you can try to cancel me all you want, but M's gonna stay. He's never gonna go away. He's been doing this since back in the 2000s and whatever. Like it's not gonna change. His album.
Like he says in Guilty Conscience, he pretty much killed all his competition. ICP, Limp Bizkit, like he named Kid Rock, like he named people that weren't even considered in the rap, thing. That he knocked off and killed.
Yeah, I mean, got to give him credit, man. But I just wanted to bring this up because it was like current events. It was, it was a lot going on. Eminem album dropped, and so I'm glad ISO actually got to listen to the whole thing. So this is kind of cool to actually be able to bring it up, and somebody was on the panel listen to the whole thing. So that's cool. But all right, guys, I think it's that time to get into the main thing I wanted to get into. So with that being said,
Josh up here.
Yeah, Josh, definitely get in there. Let me put the link out again. Oh damn. All right. He already is on it. All right, guys. So coming in red hot is the guy that I like to nickname my mentor. Actually, I literally never thought of even being monetized. I just thought that was just some dumb thing. Like, who's even trying to do that? And I met this man, and he actually was like, "What do you mean? You got so many videos?" I'm like, "Man, why try and do all that?" He was like, "What?" And he challenged me. He said, "Dude, give yourself 1 year." And I was like, "All right, you're on." And here we are. So coming in is my guy, Mr. Josh Warren. That was late. Let's go.
What's up, everybody? How we doing?
What's up, Josh? Thanks for popping in, man. I know you said, "Yo,
down the rabbit hole."
We are, yes, we're gonna go down the rabbit hole, definitely. But it's gonna be cool, I think. But let me make this clear, guys. This is for entertainment purposes only. I said it in the beginning of the show. Let me say it again for YouTube, because they're gonna be watching and listening. None of us was there. None of us know anything we're going to say is 100% truth. We're just talking about what we heard and seen on the internet, on the news. So at the end of the day, this is just entertainment for us to discuss and wonder you know, what's going on in the world and is this or this that. So I just want to make that
Yeah.
clear.
So
I don't want
also
anybody.
throw.
Hold up, real quick. I don't want anybody saying, "Oh, well, I heard it over there on the Now Your Mama Knows TV. I heard the cowboy talking about what Josh said. It. Oh, you know, I heard what ISO said. FCAT. What did you see the slide FCAT pulled up? None of that matters. We're just literally for entertainment purposes only.
Right.
So
So
if you do, hold up, real quick. Go ahead. What you gonna say?
my disclaimer is just like in gaming, I'm gonna approach this neutral and tell you it from both sides. I'm sure
Okay.
Josh is gonna do it the same as well.
Oh yeah, I agree completely with Cowboy. Just a simple interpretation of events that we all witnessed. That's it.
Right.
Simple.
That's it. And none of us was there, right? So I can't be like, my thoughts of what I've seen can't supersede anybody else's because I wasn't there. So I'm not going to be like, no, the angle, you wasn't there. So I can't argue a point over somebody else because none of us was there. So to be clear, but there's going to be people that watch this, obviously. Some people are going to feel some type of way. And, you know, because people are going to say stuff, people are going to choose sides. That's just human. That's what we do. So just in case anybody have any issues.
Man the fuck up.
I'm just saying, I'm not here to babysit grown man feelings. So, but with that being said, we're going to get into it. So let's do a topic switch for this.
Topic switch.
All right, guys. So over the weekend, President Trump, if you want to call him that, if you want to say former president, however you want to word it, he was doing he was at an event and somebody shot at him. Allegedly. Now, we are going to get into, do you believe it happened or did you not believe it happened? And we're just going to have a general discussion about it all together. So, he was giving a speech and you heard some shots fired. He grabbed his ear and then he dropped down, or he was ducked down, and that's what happened. Now, you're going to see videos of people saying somebody was on the roof. They pointed at the roof. You're going to hear that the Secret Service didn't realize it was on the roof. You're going to hear that the cops didn't pull the guy off the roof. You're going to hear that somebody could have took the shot but wasn't told give authority to take the shot. And so at the end of the day, this guy still shot at President Trump. Now, I wasn't there. I'm just telling you what I've seen on the internet. So we're going to get into it, and it's going to be epic, I think, because it's interesting. We're living in this day and age where that just happened. That really just happened. So it's a lot going on. So I'm curious to hear you guys' thoughts. And what I want to do is actually look at the poll. So let's take this time to see what the poll says. So let's see. I made a poll. All right, I'm gonna have to get one of you guys to tell me what the poll is because this thing is driving me crazy. All right, anyway, somebody gonna have to tell me what the poll is because I'm not gonna kill time trying to figure it out. But anyway, I'm jumping back on, and we're gonna bring in none other than a guy that talked to me not all day, but throughout the day is FCAT, and then Josh Warren, and my man ISO is here as well. So let me move this around because the comments are going to come across screen at the bottom. So, thank you very much, Josh. So, do you believe that it was staged? 48% says yes. 52% says no. Ain't somebody, the young man's name is Thomas Crooks. Yeah, so that is the dude who that did the firing, right? Is he president-elect or is that after November?
He's still a president because he was a former president, kind of like referring to someone as doctor, similar to that.
Okay. Is that simple? All right. So, let's first start with a video, right, of the actual incident, right? Eka, you got a video queued up of the actual thing when it happened? Let me see. Got a bunch of stuff. My problem, I was just throwing a bunch of stuff in there. Okay, wait. All right. So what I got queued up is the guy who actually witnessed it. So let me go. That's gonna be very important. Let me see. I have another angle. That's gonna be very important. Did anybody FCAT, you got the actual I know it's in the Discord. We got like a million things on it. You got the actual video, just a quick snippet of it actually happening? Josh, do you or FCAT?
I have like a raw video that you could probably speed through, but it's undoctored.
Got you.
And I put that in the private.
Thank you, sir. All right, guys. So let's pull this up. YouTube video. Oh, damn, that thing is 9 minutes long.
Right, you just skip through it.
Okay, yeah, we get to it. We will get through it together. All right, so check this out, guys. All right, so for all you guys out there, this is the actual video of Donald Trump. We're gonna skip a little bit.
This is a big crowd. This is a big, beautiful crowd.
All right, here we go.
I wish the.
Yeah, right there.
And that's a little bit old, that chart. That chart's a couple of months old. And if you want to really see something that's said, take a look at what happened.
All right.
I feel like Kevin Costner right now, back and to the left, back and to the left.
All right, so I want to give this, play some more. You guys see.
On you. Ready? Move. Up. Move. Go. Up. Hawkeye's here. Hawkeye's here. Move it to the stand. Stair, get ready. Stair, get ready. We ready?
You want to see him get up?
It's interesting that they allowed his code name to be heard. Like Olympus Has Fallen, but he's whatever that name was, Hawkeye.
Mm.
Yeah, that's strange. So at this point, he's saying, "Let me get my shoes. Let me get my shoes."
Let me get my shoes.
Hold on, your head is bloody. So we gotta move to the bus.
So then he tells them to wait.
Watch out.
Wait.
And he does the fist pump, and now there's fight.
Yeah, so even the Secret Service agent makes sure he says you have blood on your face into the microphone. That's interesting. I didn't see this footage.
All right, so let's do this. I don't know how should we do this. I just want to do this. I'm just gonna tell you guys my point of view, and then because we're gonna keep adding to it, and then let's go down. Me personally, when Donald Trump was gonna run, I thought it was a joke, right? I'm a big wrestling fan. I remember him having a pretty big story arc against Vince McMahon in wrestling, where Bobby they had a cut your hair match, right? And so
He's a WWE Hall of Famer.
And so
WWE Hall of Famer.
What?
He's a WWE Hall of Famer.
So yeah, okay, yeah. So if his guy lost, which was Bobby Lashley, then Donald Trump got his hair cut off. And if Umaga lost, which was representing Vince McMahon, then Vince McMahon got his hair cut off. So Bobby Lashley won, and Vince got it, and Donald Trump shaved his hair, right? So way back then, even you could talk about his show, The Apprentice. For me, I've always give Donald Trump this credit. He is a showman. He will take anything and utilize it, good or bad, and get publicity. For me personally, this reminds me of a WWE scene. One, I'm gonna rewind it. You hear some shots he made sure he went like this first, like he raises his hand visually. Again, you got to know your audience, right? You got to make sure you get the right shots. As Josh alluded to, he made sure he said your ear is bleeding in the microphone. So he made sure visually you hear a shot, and he raised and touches. Made sure you see he touches air and then he drops down, right? So then he comes up eventually and he's got blood on him. So I just want to at least rewind that part. From my perspective, when I seen this, I was like, come on. Now, if anybody who likes Trump, anybody of the percentage that think this is real, this is nothing against you guys. This is literally me and my opinion of I think it's staged. So check this out from my point of view, right? So he's there.
So the thing is, somebody did get shot and died that was sitting right behind him.
All right, we'll get to that, bro. Just hold on. Hold on.
And make sure you bring up the angle as well, FCAT. But yes, he brings up a great point. People did die. Again, as the Cowboy said, this is only for entertainment purposes. Right. Of course, we're happy everyone, well, not everyone, that most of the people are alive, and we feel bad in the condolences for the people who aren't, you know?
Correct.
And that's what it is. But we're just giving our perspective and exercising our first right as American citizens that the Donald would appreciate as well.
Thank you very much.
I'm gonna tell it to y'all guys like how it is and what people are saying from both sides of the spectrum.
Okay, so let me just show you this real quick.
It's a little bit old, that chart. That chart's a couple of months old, and if you want to really see something that's said, take a look at what happened.
All right, so you hear boom, 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 right? So that's boom, 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 boom. I don't know, what is that? 2 shots? Like, I don't know. Hold on, let me. Hold on, how many shots was that before he raised?
You know, that's a little bit old, that chart. That chart's a couple of months old, and if you want to really see something that's said, take a look at what happened.
All right, so he touches air. I personally don't see any blood on his hand, but I don't know. Maybe it just took a little bit to bleed. And I'm gonna be quiet soon and go down the line. But I don't know, man. This just looked really staged to me. He holds his ear, and also the shooter. I'm thinking like, man, you were that good to shoot the tip of his ear, but you didn't shoot him. Like, I don't know. It's just something about this. Yeah, just one more time. That I just feel like,
and you know, that's a little bit old, that chart. That chart's a couple of months old, and if you want to really see something that's said, take a look at what happened.
Yeah. I don't know. Even the timing. I mean, I know it's you know, how fast and then the echo in, but I just feel like it's just off a little bit. But anyway, yeah. What do you want to? I'll pull up this. But that's all I want to say right now. So I kind of, before we moved on, let me just go to Josh. Is there anything you want to say right now before we move on?
Yeah, because we'll get into it deeper, right? Of course, right?
Correct.
Right. So just as of right now, as we established, there were only 3 shots. And I would say people didn't start reacting until like 2.5. And if you ever notice footage of, I would say, public shootings, and from with multiple calibers, either a handgun or an assault rifle or a sniper rifle, typically after the first shot, there is absolute pandemonium. And that goes from being in the military, shout out to our veterans, we appreciate you, all the way to the hood where there's drive-bys. The reaction is the same. I think there's a fight or flight instinct in human beings, and we will automatically drop to the ground. That's just my opinion, and that seems to be consistent with any other footage that we see. So this one specifically, especially, and I'll end on this and let it go down the line. ISO. Let's just set the stage. We're in Pennsylvania, a Commonwealth, very friendly for having legalized guns, right? So literally, you can guesstimate that at minimum at a Republican Trump rally in the middle of Pennsylvania, that at least 75% of the people here have heard a gunshot before, and they should be getting down even quicker, because I'm sure they all have probably a firearm at home or in their car at this current time. And I'll end on that.
That was good. Cubini said, "Am I being deleted?" Yeah, I didn't see anything pop up for you for a while. So yeah, maybe you gotta choose your words carefully on YouTube. They don't play.
Also, let me as a mod, let me help you out, Cowboy. Kubini, I also noticed that YouTube kind of censor. Cowboy's right; they censor the comments, so you have the choice on your app or on the or on the television to do, excuse me, or on the computer to do top messages. So it'll filter it for you, and all the message, which is the live chat. So maybe if you switch it from top messages to live chat, you'll probably see everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. Pull me up.
Wait. I got ISO. Let's let ISO. You got anything to say so far before we get deep into it?
I think as of right now, with the information presented, I'm just gonna go with I don't believe it's staged because the fact that people have died in it, and that doesn't make any sense,
right?
To do right, and to be fair, I don't think Trump needed to do this to continue doing what he needs to do. Like this was, I don't think that he had to do this. I don't think there was like no point in, like it didn't really, I don't know. That's just how I see it. Like there's really no point because a lot of people already had their opinions regardless of what, you know, whether this happened or not. People, you like Trump, you're still going to like Trump. Like people might feel more strongly about it, but they still believed in him, right? So it's like, if you didn't like Trump, him surviving a shooting won't necessarily change your mind. You know what I mean?
I think you'll be surprised, ISO, but I'll leave it there.
No, what I want to say to ISO's point, and I don't want to hold on because I know you gotta. Oh, go ahead.
Real quick. So this is the pushback, ISO. There are MAGA people, there are a cult, and there is some people that are willing to take a bullet for Donald Trump. And we'll leave it at.
Okay, I don't know where FCAT is going, but I want to say,
I don't understand I don't get.
Yeah,
I understand where you're going, and I agree, but we'll leave it. We'll leave it for another time.
Yeah. So, what I would say is, I think people who are on the border, and I'm gonna, here's crazy. There's a lot of people. So where I live at, right? I used to live in Trenton, New Jersey, right? I live 30 minutes away. I live near Willingboro. There's a lot of inner city people who don't care to vote. However, I think this will get people on the border. The whole 50 Donald Trump on 50 cent body. I'm seeing people who care nothing about voting now, and they got the whole little meme of the 50 Cent song playing with Donald Trump. They're like, yo, like, I think what sometimes we don't realize is people on the border or people who wasn't going to vote that are now, stuff like this actually pulls them in. So it's interesting though, when you think of like, yeah, there's people, I agree with you. Whoever liked them already gonna like them. What does it change for them? But it's the people who kind of wasn't think about voting. It's the people who didn't even care about whether Donald Trump was on stage or golfing. Now they're privy to this information, and to some point they think it's actually kind of cool. And they think it's like, oh man, like I remember people saying before Donald Trump, the blackest president, he's more black than Obama. Like it was crazy stuff you would hear, right? So so that's just that point I want to say. But it's not about rebuttal and everything. But I think I did just want to say that to that one point you made. But
all right.
Go ahead. I'll pull you up.
All right, guys. So watch this. It seems like he has something in his hand and he puts it on the podium.
So that's a little hard for me. I'm not sure if I feel that way. I feel like he was kind of rubbing his hands. So I don't feel like there was anything in his hand.
I mean, to me, that gesture. Can we pull up some wrestling ones that got caught? Because that's what that remind me of.
The blood, the fake blood.
No, the hand gesture. Because how else did they cut themselves, right?
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, but they use razor blades.
Blood pellets. They use blood pellets.
Well, they used to use razor blades.
I mean, but to be fair though, like if I was bleeding and I touch it and I see the blood, I would rub my fingers together like, oh shit, there's blood.
No, I agree.
I've done that. So to me,
that's super facts. I agree with that.
When you watch the video, I didn't see blood on his ear though. I didn't see blood till he stood up. It was I didn't see when he got shot. Like if we rewind the video that the one I put up. Here, let's do it. I mean, oh wait, I gotta click on it. I don't feel like I seen blood on his ear. I don't know if you guys did, but.
And then the worst president in the history of our country took over.
Damn.
And look what happened to our country.
Shots fired.
Probably 20 million people. And you know, that's a little bit old, that chart. That chart's a couple of months old. And if you want to really see something that said, take a look at what happened.
Oh, the angle's kind of bad.
No, it is, but you don't see blood on his hand. And you could clear his hand though.
So pull me up again. I got some of the people in the background. So here's one lady.
Oh, thank you, FCAT. The background people, that's a nail in the coffin for me.
So here's one lady. She's on her phone the entire shooting. Looks like they said looks like she's playing Candy Crush, or she might know something, or she might just be.
No, there's a better video of that.
Posting it on Instagram or. I have another one.
Well, hold on. Let me give a shout out to my guy. Dodge Man is in the building. He said, "What's gaming news?" So we actually are out of gaming news, Dodge Man. But Dodge Man, are we gonna bring up that you and me played Tekken this weekend? See who could get to 10 first. You beat me once, and I beat you 7
straight.
Pull up the
next one, Cowboy.
Yeah, just want to give a shout out to my guy Dodge Man. And so I did get to the 10 before Dodge Man. So I beat that, and then we did play some more, but I was done after I beat him. But and then he did beat me, a considerable little bit. Wasn't like me, but so I just had to pull that up. Lala said he got grazed, and then it leaked when his hat came off. I guess. Let me see. Oh, what's going on? I haven't seen you in here in a long time.
By the way, to retort to Lynch's returns, you do realize that Trump's trope, which is a old school campaign trope, is to talk about immigrants and stealing jobs, which is why his main platform was the border. So it doesn't really have to do with the border states. It's just that's always been his platform, is to keep the immigrants out, even though ironically his family's an immigrant. You could say all of Americans are immigrants because we all came here from a different location. It was just interesting, and especially since we're shipping our jobs to China, manufacturing jobs to China. We're shipping our customer service jobs to India. So it's kind of like you don't really have to worry about immigrants. And I know a bunch of immigrants, and I'm sure you all do too, who are awesome. So who are these terrible immigrants? You know what I mean? It's ridiculous.
No, I agree with you. I agree with you.
Pull me up again. I got the next person in a background.
Yep, I got you.
So so this one's kind of strange. So this lady,
this is the one.
She pulls up the sign, then she smirks as soon as the first gunshot, she makes a smirk right there. Then all of a sudden, she pulls out her phone.
Now, I just want to kind of what Josh was saying about earlier. Whenever there's gunfire, I will say this crowd was a little weird for me with gunfire. Like, certain people was just standing there, no movement. You got Secret Service running on stage. People was so calm. This was the most calm gun crowd I've ever seen where guns, somebody got shot.
Yeah, but why would she smirk right as soon as she heard a gunshot? It's almost like she.
FCAT. Not only did she smirk, but she also looked to the right, which is where the shooter was. Yeah. Like she knew it was about to happen.
Donald Trump was looking at that direction the entire time.
Exactly, and he was pointing, and he kept saying, "Look, you won't believe what you'll see." It's just so scripted.
And the Secret Service was looking in that direction the entire time, also of the shooter.
Exactly, Cowboy. Is there a way we can pull up where he was located, like on the roof? Because I'll be honest, I'm not in the military. I don't know about guns, right? But the sound of the gun sounded like a pellet gun or a BB gun. Really, it didn't sound like a rifle. And if you look at where the shooter was, even if none of us are experts in sniping or marksman or sharpshooting or whatever, if we just did some simple research, we would all identify that building as a possible place for a sniper to be, even
Actually,
without experience.
So I
actually,
feel like
there's
I can.
one video from where the shooter was, and you can actually tell it was actual gunshots. There was no BB stuff or anything. But
Now,
yeah, this video shows the shooter, how people saw the shooter well beforehand, and they were calling him out and pointing to him and all kind of
Oh
stuff.
yeah, this was a good one.
And you can literally see him crawling on the thing. Apparently, he went to the ladder, and the cops saw him going up the ladder. Then they went back down the ladder, and there's this rumor going around where their Secret Service was told to stand down.
Yeah, I did see that one. I don't know if that was real because it looked like it was on a message board or something.
so
Yeah,
with this
that
one,
looked like it was.
Go ahead, ISO.
this is the part where I'm definitely like a little off about, because for sure, right? Because I served in the military, so I have a better idea of how, I guess, these like security will go for someone, right? So it doesn't make sense because you have position when you have a critical person like that, you're going to make sure all sectors are covered, where any sense of direction where someone will have eyes on you, right, is going to be covered, period. That's what their job is to do.
Thank you,
Now,
ISO.
the fact that he was able to get on the building and the cop saw him and then fell down, like supposedly the guy pointed the rifle at him, but to me that doesn't make sense. And yeah, you're running away, but you're gonna also let people know, like, yo, there's a shooter here, like secure, Donald Trump, make sure he's off the stage, like there's a fucking active shooter here, like some crazy shit like that, like where they'll make sure that he's good to go because the shooter didn't shoot yet. So the idea that these people that are covering these, sectors of fire with that building and didn't take a shot or didn't do anything, yet to me, that part is sus. That is very weird because it's like, there's no way that he was able to get to this building, you know what I mean, that you can easily see Donald Trump from. So this is the part where I'm definitely like, yeah, to me, that was stupid.
Yeah, well, if we show that one, we got to show this guy.
So someone who was here, you weren't inside the event, but you were just outside. Tell us what you saw. We had a party here.
Yo, why do you make this hard? All right, there we go. All right. So
someone who was here, you weren't inside the event, but you were just outside. Tell us what you saw. So we had a party here all day. You can see behind us at the Brinkles Farming Greenhouse here. We had a party.
All right, so this one is not as clear. FCAT, you got a better video of this dude?
No.
I seen there is a better one. So this is somebody from
Yeah, I agree with ISO. The Secret
let me look it
Service
up.
job is to point out any vantage points an assailant can have, and they should have that covered like days in advance, kind of thing.
Yeah, I agree. Like, if for somebody to be able to shoot that distance, you would think that would have been covered. You know what I mean?
Apparently, they're cut short on Secret Service agents or something like that, or Biden didn't agree to more. Or,
I got.
I mean, with the ones he had, still should have been able to figure it out,
right.
though. Respectfully, as long as you have one Secret Service agent, they would be able to do it on their own. Not in terms of securing it, but at least identifying the locations, the sectors, as ISO was saying.
I agree. Yeah,
the thing is, if you sit here and you blame it on Biden, like most of Republicans are on Twitter, the Supreme Court just recently gave him immunity from that kind of stuff, so he couldn't get in trouble for it.
Well, check this guy out and what he said.
We noticed a guy crawling, bear crawling up the roof of the building beside us, 50 feet away from us. So we're standing there, and, we're pointing at the guy crawling up the roof. And he had a gun, right? He had a rifle. We could clearly see him with a rifle, absolutely. We're pointing at him. The police are down there running around on the ground. We're like, hey, man, there's a guy on the roof with a rifle. And the police were like, huh, what? Like they didn't know what was going on. We're like, hey, right here on the roof. We can see him from right here. We see him. He's crawling. And next thing you know, I'm thinking to myself, why is Trump still speaking? Why have they not pulled him off the stage? I'm standing there pointing at him for 2 or 3 minutes, Secret Service is looking at us from the top of the barn. I'm pointing at that roof, just standing there like this. And next thing you know, 5 shots ring out.
His thing is deep, but he did say, though, if you see the whole thing, they did ask him, could the Secret Service see the guy on the roof? They said he did say no from the angle that the guy was on the roof, the Secret Service couldn't see, but the cops did see him. So it's definitely interesting. And let me play one more. Didn't mean to do that. Here, let's check this out. Let's see.
Ron Slusher said, "Where's Will Smith and Tommy Lee Jones at for that guy on the interview?"
Yo.
That chart's a couple of months old, and if you want to really see something that's said, take a look at what happened.
So they were thinking it's an inside job because of this one. They're telling you to look at the Secret Service guy. So watch the Secret Service guy, I think right here, and look how he points to the people. So watch, he's going to be telling some people to kind of move forward before anything happens.
To our country, probably 20 million people.
Here we go.
And that's a little bit old, that chart. That chart's a couple of months old, and if you want to really see something that's said, take a look at what happened.
It's all over the place. But me personally, it just looks staged to me, man. It just looks the way he gently pushes, like it wasn't like, oh God, and you hear gunfire, you the main person up there. You hear any shots, it's coming for you. Now he's older, but still, I feel like the person would have like dove down. My instincts would have probably jumped before I even reached my ear, right? Even though I felt my ear sting, like that shot sound, I would have been like, you know what I mean? Just dove over, fell down. But it's for me, he made sure he touched his ear first. That's just my telltale sign. He made sure he was like, you visually see me touch my ear, drop down, and he come up. And then, now I know he got some balls. Bro, you was just shot in the ear. He told them, wait. He made sure he looked at everybody, put the hand up, because we ain't even talking about that. Like, come on, everybody went crazy. US, I mean, that's a WWE moment. Or that's just like, that's some, like I said, I've always said he is he captivates moments. He is a showman. He knows, like, oh, if they say this negative, I'm going to take it and run with it and make it something. He gets attention on him. So I'm not going to say he wouldn't steal that moment, but it's kind of like, bro, you just got shot. Like, you still really? Like, I don't know. And
our country absolutely loves the underdog. Like any TV or film where the president or someone who's a presidential candidate gets shot, they're going to win. Just for the sympathy alone, even if it is the Donald, right? It doesn't matter. This is because it was an assassination attempt and he survived. So that's the line.
Yeah, I think if anything, this pushes him. I feel like he was winning anyway, or he was probably gonna win. If anything, I feel like this is like, oh yeah, he's winning. Like it ain't no way.
Definitely.
It ain't no way he's losing. Now, granted, people, even us, we are thinking it might have been staged, but I don't think it's so clear and cut. I think it was a good enough job. Like for me, in my eye, I feel like, bro, how do you don't think it's staged? But I think it's good enough that people don't think it's staged. So, and I think that alone is going to help people have that underdog feeling, as you said. Yeah.
And then that's the other part, like the crowd behind, how they're so still and calm. Because let's be honest, out of the past presidents or president candidates for the past 50 years, you could probably name on one hand the likely candidates that will be shot at. And I would say Donald is at the top of the list.
Yeah.
So he couldn't be surprised. Of course, he and his Secret Service staff probably have drills practicing this. You know what I mean? So this is why I'm like, nah, no, thank you. I'm not buying it today.
They're gonna have to put Trump in a Pope mobile.
He would love that.
Well, yeah, actually, I mean, go further than that. So, yeah, next, like, so now, like, one, the visual is going to be crazy. The next time he show up, visually, all the different service people he's going to have, like, you're never going to forget, like, oh, wow, somebody tried to shoot at our president, right? Or the president, you know, and, like, I don't know, man. I mean, me personally, I think it's staged. I just think, like, you know, there's Hollywood and there's ways to do things. And I think, okay, if we get deep, I don't want to get really deep into, you know, the person who lost their life or anything. I did see a video when they did carry somebody out that had blood on them. I seen a video where the one guy had blood on him, this other guy, black guy, had blood on him. And
Yeah, we saw the picture of the down gunman.
yeah, I have my own thoughts of that part, but I will keep that to myself. But
So
I do
so
have
my
a
thing
question
is,
for ISO as well. If after FCAT, go ahead, FCAT.
so no, real quick, my thing is there. You know, the news and all is telling us leave it to the FBI, leave it to the professionals. But what if the FBI did set this up? Wouldn't they, you know, cover their tracks like that? You know what I'm
well, yeah.
saying? Just to put that out.
And my question for that's a good point. And my question for ISO would be, since he's the veteran, thank you for your service once again. So you have more experience than most of us here, right? So typically on an assassination attempt, right, you're gonna typically need more than one person in order to pull that off successfully. Would you agree to that?
Are you talking about the shooter?
Yes.
Oh yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if there's people in the stands, like that's part of it, you know. And of course, my experience is very basic. I'm only going off like what I've learned. I've never been in combat situations, but again, I just have ideas of, you know, there's things I've learned personally.
Right.
So I do want to clarify that, you know.
Oh yeah, that's fair.
Yeah. I mean, I'm personally, I'm gonna think that it's suspicious and a little staged for right now. It all depends on what's the outcome of this. Like, if Donald Trump has a change of heart, changes his rhetoric, like changes as a complete person and unites the country, then yes, I'll believe that it was not staged. But if he uses this moment to boost him and to push his narrative and, you know, start civil war and stuff like that, then I'll say, yeah, that crap was totally staged.
Hold on, wait. Why would you think Donald Trump wouldn't be Donald Trump? Like, what are you talking about?
I'm just saying.
I think he's gonna use it.
Something like
I mean,
that. Something like that should change a person.
Yeah,
You know
I'm
what
with
I'm saying?
ISO.
no,
not
Something like
bro.
that
If
should
it
change a person.
FCAT,
No,
FCAT.
no.
The man stopped at the end of getting shot and was like, "Yeah, what are you talking about?
Like,
Change
how
a
do you mean,
person to
yeah,
what?"
how do you
Right,
mean
ISO.
change a person? I mean, it's not like he was doing anything bad. He was doing a rally.
Right.
Like, I don't know. Like,
I think he's talking more near death experience.
Right.
Because I'm sure for the majority of the world, if someone gets shot and survives, especially if someone was trying to kill them,
I mean,
it would
look at that
typically
this whole
change.
time. Look at this whole time, Josh. People are on Twitter like, "Oh, you only 1 centimeter away from civil war." Like, you know, he was inciting something there, just like
And
he did with January 6th.
right. And then did anyone believe the shooting after they saw the photos of the ear? Because if that happens with that caliber of gun, ISO, correct me if I'm wrong, that's supposed to take the ear off, or at least be dangling a little bit.
well, no, because it looked like he only hit the tip. So I mean, it would be dangling more depending. Like the ear is a very small thing to get hit to begin with. So I mean, and I've heard people trying to say like, how did the shooter miss? But I'm not surprised because I've seen people still miss, you know, at the shooting range. You know what I mean? Like
Listen,
sometimes your sights are not calibrated correctly for certain ranges. It's a thing, and you could be a shitty shooter.
So,
Like that's 100% a thing. So I do want to clarify.
hold on,
Just,
ISO.
so he
My
turned his head at the exact right moment.
but see,
my thing is,
how can you time that though? That's kind of crazy with the distance of the
Practice.
bullet, right? And pressing that trigger to hitting him. That's kind of crazy. That's kind of crazy.
But if we look at the video, he was looking that way and pointing that way the entire time.
My thing is this.
And he rarely looks to the left. He mostly looks to the right, which is the direction of, like, he was like practicing, because like you said,
Not to
millimeters,
mention,
right?
not to mention before this, Josh, he's been missing for 10 days. That's long enough time to organize and
Oh,
choreograph.
you could perfect this. Absolutely.
I think this. I think the shooter is an amazing shooter because he shot just my man ear. Like, talk about precision,
Right.
you know? Like, yo,
Well,
all he shot was the tip of an ear. Like, maybe
well,
that's all
some
he was
people are
going for. I
saying
don't know.
he might have caught glass also from the teleprompter. People are
But
saying
that's the other thing.
it
We
was
should have
just glass.
seen much more debris. If someone unfortunately does something terrible and shoots into a crowd of people, there should be much more mayhem than what we saw, respectfully, especially from where he was shooting and what was he aimed at. And if he missed, if he was that much of an amateur that he missed, more people should be dead and more things should be like dispersed. Like you should see things breaking
Listen,
apart.
Bro, the security, the Secret Service guy, the sniper, literally no scoped the shooter. So
well,
his
that's
gun was already on him.
Correct. So are you now going to court martial that Secret Service agent because he didn't fire? I mean, that would be consistent, because that would be
Well,
treason.
Well, it depends on the orders that he was given. That's the thing too,
True
right?
that.
They were saying
That's
that he
fair. So who gave
that's
him the
why-
orders?
Exactly.
That's who gets court martial. Who gave the order?
Not necessarily. It's
No,
kind of weird.
I'm asking because you would know.
Go back to January 6th. People claim that the cops let them through. Like, you never know.
Well, see that again. Just to clarify, like sometimes, as much as normal Joe Schmoes want to do good things, there's that line you need to really think about if you want to cross it, right? Where it's like, if I want to do what I know I need to do, but I'm gonna get fired, and that's a detriment to my life, or I follow orders to do what they tell me to do. Like, it's hard, it's difficult. I'm just being really honest. It is very difficult.
Oh yeah, it makes sense
to be put in certain situations, right? So like, if the Secret Service, those individuals are told, hey, do not engage or shoot the person on the roof, you're like, what the fuck, dude? Like, why don't I get this guy? He's obviously there. So I mean, that's up to them, right? That's, again, I don't know, it's kind of crazy, but I'm just trying to be out, somewhat thinking about the different scenarios, you know what I mean? So and it's tough, it's weird. I definitely don't think I 100% know there's weird things happening behind the scenes. But the only reason I don't say it's staged is because people died. That's the only reason why it's like it can't be staged, because people died.
Oh,
that's
when things are staged, typically people do die. That's the thing. There's no difference.
Yeah, that's the crazy thing. That's how do you make a lie really believable?
It's called good of the country. They'll tell them it was good of the country, kind of.
I mean, that's crazy to go there, but.
And out of curiosity, did Alunchus Returns, did he watch the video? Because we just watched it, and he was looking to the right, exactly where the shooter was, and was pointing there for a while. We could even like bring it up again if you want, and we can count. We can count how many seconds he's looking to the right, and he turned his head at a very peculiar angle.
Oh,
to the millimeter.
Can someone confirm? Because I did see QBD said that there was a video screen he was pointing at, and he was mentioning something about like
he was pointing at a chart, like a chart.
And then the worst president in the history of our country took over. And look what happened to our country. Probably 20 million people. And that's a little bit old, that chart. That chart's a couple of months old. And if you want to really see something that's said, take a look at what happened.
I don't know, bro. A couple shots rang, and before he dipped down, it's like he waited to touch his ear. I'm sorry, man.
You've been through basic training and all that, and you've handled armed weapons.
Yeah.
In drills, if you hear the shots in drills, are you taking that long to react?
Well, to be fair, we don't necessarily get shot at. So like that's that I can't really speak on that, right? So we've I don't know. I never got a shot at. I have no fucking idea.
That's tough to say that it was choreographed. like that because you never know with a bullet.
I don't know. This just look. Does this look like a real body language of somebody? Just look at
That chart's a couple of months old, and if you want to really see something that's said, take a look at what happened.
And then here's my thing with the timing. So a bullet, right? You hear the sound of the bullet, but the bullet is so fast. If you even just listen to it, the sound of the bullet and then him touching his ear, you're like, wait, what? Like,
Thank you, Cowboy. Additionally, you bring up a great point about the sound of the bullet because the people in the crowd should have heard the bullets whizzing past before it hit Donald. So they should be reacting even before, and they're not.
no, it's like they're waiting for his cue. Watch.
That chart's a couple of months old, and if you want to really see something that's said, take a look at what happened.
And as I said in my opening, these are people who 100% have heard the sound of a gun before, a rifle, a shotgun, a handgun, vintage guns. That's a certainty.
I don't know. It's such an interesting thing, and I think that was the reason why it's cool to talk about again for entertainment purposes because we don't know, right? But like we're also got our eyes and our ears and our senses. So just to look at it, yeah, I can see where some people think it's staged, some people don't. So it's fair on both sides. Like I see Cubini, like, come on, man. Like, no, I'm not gonna try to sway somebody what they believe, but I think it's a good discussion, you know. But man.
By the way, this isn't my point. I can't take credit for it, but someone I work with, she's a Caucasian lady, and she thought it was a hoax because she sees all of the calm Caucasian women in the back not doing anything, and typically they would scream very loud and panic hysterically. That was her point, not mine.
So
especially
and
the
here,
lady with the phone right here, like.
well, my issue with this is right is one is Donald Trump. Meaning, if anybody was going to get shot, like Josh said, it's probably on top of the list.
I mean, these days when an emergency happens, people pull out their phones. I mean, I understand that.
Yeah,
well, the thing is, I feel like knowing I'm at that rally, like if I went to see Donald Trump, well, if you didn't know now, but if I went to see him, I'd be like, bro, I might get shot coming here, right? But you would think like, okay, well, Secret Service should be out doing their jobs. They should do the perimeter. So anywhere somebody could be on top of a building to have a free angle, that should have been, you know, like that should be monitored. But
exactly.
I feel like for shots to ring out and these people be as calm, nobody, I don't know. I feel like it's just crazy. So I don't know. Is everybody in on it? Is like it just doesn't sit right with me. Is my thought.
Was the caliber 22?
Apparently it was an AR-15 ISO.
Yeah,
because to me that doesn't even listening that definitely doesn't sound like a 22. 22s are not loud. There's like little.
And the thing is, if Donald Trump got a chunk out of his ear, shouldn't he said he heard ringing in his ear or deafness in his ear?
No, he had time to put his hand up and be like, fight the power of that beat.
Right. I mean, when you get shot in the ear, you should have ringing and deafness.
Wait, so he said he didn't, or what happened?
He didn't even say that. He said all I heard was the bullet whizzing, and it pierced my ear. It went through the skin. He didn't say nothing about ringing, nothing about deafness.
I mean, does he need to? To be fair, I mean, does he have to say that?
I mean, that kind of comes with it.
I mean,
so also, I saw a question as well about the caliber that you brought up, the AR-15. Is that type of wound consistent with a piercing or grazing, in your opinion?
Oh, I don't honestly, I don't know. I'm not familiar with how like bullets, how it's, you know, how they typically will look if they hit certain parts. You know what I mean? So I can't say.
That's fair.
Yeah.
I guess I'm just looking at it from that perspective, because typically these type of assault rifles, they pack a pretty hefty punch. So that's why the injuries for me aren't consistent with that caliber that you brought up too. That was another one of the points I didn't
yeah.
make.
Yeah, because with an AR-15, it'll either be a 5.56 or a 2.23 round. Those are the common rounds for those, because 22s are way too small. and I don't. And from the way it sounds, it doesn't sound like a 22. It's way too loud to be a 22.
Mm.
But I don't know, because I mean, if it really only hits the tip of the ear, I mean, I can see it taking out like a chunk of that specific portion, but it's not really gonna like. It's not like
You
it's
get
not
an
gonna.
earpiece.
Yeah, you basically get it. Yeah, it's gonna pierce the ear.
You could,
Yeah.
you could put a thing in there. What's it called?
Well, here's my question. Do you guys think at any point he's gonna actually show what his ear looked like? Right? You
They
think
already did. Pull the picture up.
Oh, did they?
They showed it. They
Oh,
showed
Yeah,
it.
pull it up. Pull it
It's
up.
a big old hole.
oh
That's
wait.
what I say. He could put a what's that black round thing people put in their ear?
Oh, the thing.
Oh,
Hold on, wait.
yeah. I
Where's
don't.
that
Yeah.
picture at? Hold on, where's that picture at?
Let me find it.
Yeah, you can get in many different calibers, but I said a common caliber is a 5.56 or 2.23. A very common caliber.
I finally got that. All right, so all this time I was trying to get into my Twitter or my X, so I finally got into it. That was
All right,
annoying.
it's in the private chat. It's from a website.
Okay, cool. Let me cancel this.
I can't believe I forgot the name of that. What's that called?
Yeah, those weird like the circular things that go in your ear when they pierce it.
Yeah, you know how that was a fad at one time too.
Yeah,
People
yeah.
were
I think
doing
it still is.
like he could put one of those in his ear.
Yeah, he could. I think it'd be pretty funny. Oh, he could do like a little red one, and then it could be like
It's a little red one.
and it could be like MAGA in it. You know, like I can't even fucking tell.
Here, let me try to make it. Hold up. Whoops, wrong thing.
Like I can't really. I'm trying to look. Here, let me look at mine. Maybe I can find.
So wait, is that supposed to be like a hole, or is that like a scratch, or?
Yeah, that's the hole.
That's the hole?
That's the.
I don't know, bro. If that well, why didn't he touch his head though?
Huh? What you mean touch his head?
If it went through there, you would think it would like kind of like the side of his head. How did it not?
Oh, yeah. People talked about like the angle, like when he turned, like how you guys said when he turned his head, like pretty much he got lucky. That's what people said. There's like some picture I saw. Again, not confirmed though. It's just something I just scrolled past. Oh yeah, there it is. Yeah.
All right, here let's play this.
We see something that said, take a look at what happened. We see something that said, take a look what happened. Said, take a look what happened.
That's very odd. That is incredibly odd.
Yeah, it is. His reaction.
We see something that said, take a look at what happened. We see something that.
I don't know.
Coded, like his actions are coded into the speech. Take a look at what is synchronized.
Let's see it again. Hold up.
We see something that said, take a look at what happened.
With
We
a
see
person
something
holding the
that
signs
said-
were fired in the background.
Yo, that got to be the most lucky shot because he just happens to. So if he never turned his head, then does the bullet just go right past him?
Yes, his head is perpendicular.
Look.
We see something that said, take a look at what happened. We see
So when he
something.
turned his head, he
the first
essentially
picture on
put
the
his
top.
ear out in that direction.
Yeah, so the first picture on the top is what the gunman was aiming for. But since he turned his head, he caught the ear.
But that doesn't even make sense to aim there. You should be aiming towards more the middle. Not there.
Apparently he was in a rush.
Yeah, that's
When,
and
like,
that's part of the
time
whole
was
thing
off.
where like tech. So to be fair, this depending on like your sight that you have, how far he is, like you can only see like so much, right? So even though he's trying to aim for the center, you also have to keep in mind how he's holding the rifle, the trigger pull, because if you pull the trigger, and you can also kind of, you know, even though you're aiming dead center, as soon as you pull the trigger, if you do it incorrectly, you could move the gun either like a little bit to the right or left, depending on how you're holding it.
Listen, ISO,
No.
you shoot guns
Yeah.
before. Obviously, I seen you shot a lot of them.
Yeah.
What's the easiest spot on the body to hit? Center mass, right?
Center mass. Yep.
This mother effer was trying to snipe him in the forehead.
Hey,
Really?
that's on him. That I don't know why. That's on him.
Nah, respectfully, ISO knock. Because let's be honest, even if he is an amateur, I'm sure he practiced this thousands of times.
No. I'm not. No. Okay, let me rephrase it. I'm not talking about the center mass thing. I'm talking about when you're aiming at something, regardless of what it is. Trigger pull and how you're holding a rifle and your breathing has a lot to do with what you're actually going to hit. If you're hitting exactly what you're aiming at.
Right.
Now, for the fact that he aimed at the head vice the center mass, I don't know why. I'm not talking about that.
All right. So Houston said at the range he was there is he said windage and elevation. What's going on?
Yeah, wind does play a factor. It does.
Even more reason
if he
for
got
center,
shot in
center
the
mass,
shoulder
right,
or something. Listen, if he got shot in the shoulder or something, I'd be like, oh snap! But he got shot in like a not a non-life threatening area, just the air. Like you must be, man. This guy is so lucky. Like I always said, nothing could hurt Donald Trump. Yo, he don't said on camera. You grabbed a girl in there. I ain't saying it. Like I'm like, yo, he's invincible. Now even a gunfire can't get him. Bro, just give him the presidency.
Thank you. That's his campaign, basically. That's his campaign. Simple.
I'm invincible.
Free publicity.
And apparently, the the FBI, excuse me, actually found around 25, I guess, assassination attempts on the Donald during his time under Secret Service. So again, they should have been even more prepared for this.
Yeah, no, that definitely was a shit show. That was kind of crazy.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, at the end of the day, whether intentionally.
Yeah, at the end of the day, it was kind of crazy that the guy, long story short, the guy was able to get to where he would like when you see we got video of this dude climbing up the roof and people are pointing like, yo, like live. That alone is like, how many people got fired, man? Because that was wild.
Yeah, it was pretty crazy.
What do you think about that? Now that I'm back in my Twitter,
what do we say to these people who are mad that the person actually missed?
That's fucked up. That's why I think regardless, that shit's
I'm not even speaking on that. That's just I don't even know why you would say that. Yeah. But,
also, I forgot to bring up, and that's a great point as well. Also, the reason why it made me think of it, and that's a great point you made, is that apparently he was a member of Antifa.
Oh, really?
Apparently, allegedly, right?
Yeah. Oh, damn.
No,
let me actually pull up some stuff on the kid. Yeah.
Registered Republican.
Yeah, I saw that.
But you can change your party in Pennsylvania like easy.
They said that he was heavily bullied. So maybe school need to start looking into that. But here, let's check this one out.
Take a look at what happened.
Secret Service agents swarmed former President Donald Trump and rushed him off stage after a gunman fired shots during his rally in Butler, Pennsylvania.
We had what we're calling an assassination attempt against our former president, Donald Trump. It's still an active crime scene.
Trump said he was shot by a bullet that pierced the upper part of his right ear. On his Truth Social.
All right, so there it is, really clear right there.
Oh yeah, that's clear as fuck. Okay.
I still don't see how that didn't enter his skull.
Well, I'm trying to understand, where is the hole? Like, is this supposed to be the hole?
That's the hole, right? Yes, that's the hole that you're. That's too close.
That's a great point. And it should have hit the back of his head after exiting the ear.
That's what I said.
Yeah, that's a crazy ass angle. Holy shit. It looks, the way it looks, it should have, yeah.
And Cowboy, can you go back to that website? Because there's actually, I never saw this footage. There's footage of the Trump's snipers returning fire, and you can see Trump in the background, so we can see multiple actions at the same time.
Okay, yeah, let me go to it. Moment. The one that you sent me that I zoomed in, right?
Yes.
All right, let me back it out. At the end of the day, guys, it's entertaining. It's kind of fun. You know, we're acting like we're private investigators. This one right here?
Yes.
And you know, that's a little bit old, that chart. That chart's a couple of months old. And if you want to really see something that's said, take a look at what happened.
Wait, where's the chart?
Yeah, I don't know anything about the chart.
Is it to the left of the flags?
Yeah, I'm definitely not sure.
So they're confirming now that the shooter was spotted on the roof 30 minutes for a whole 30 minutes.
30 minutes.
Well,
maybe
by the bystanders, but and they did say that they pointed out to the cops though, but I don't know about 30 minutes. The guy said that. Well, the one guy said you know, he seen them, and then they pointed out to the cops, and the cops didn't do it.
They did say he did like a little walk around the place, I guess the recon or something, kind of check things out, and he found his vantage point. And I don't know why.
It's crazy. He just where he came from walking up with a gun. You know what I mean?
Right. Right.
Social media platform, he wrote, quote, "I knew immediately that something was wrong, and then I heard a whizzing sound, shots, and immediately felt the bullet ripping through the skin." A New York Times photographer captured this image of what appears to show a bullet racing by the former president's head. The FBI identified the gunman as 20-year-old Thomas Matthew Crooks of Bethel Park, Pennsylvania. They say he fired shots from outside the secure cordoned area of the rally, atop an elevated structure.
He starts shooting. Bow, bow, bow.
ISO, hold on. What's your thoughts on this view, ISO?
So I see the board now. I think that's what he was looking at, right? So it was to the left of the flags. Where did he? What building was it? It's not the buildings in the back, right? I'm assuming it's from the left side over here where those cars are, maybe?
No, so I feel like, right? Shouldn't it be? Because there was people that was watching. I'll show you the one video where he's climbing up. I almost feel like
there's a picture of like the layout on the internet.
I almost feel like because it was a slanted type roof.
Yeah, we definitely need the layout for context, please.
Yeah, it almost looked like it was those.
Because it should be at the bottom left of the screen off camera that we shouldn't be able to see. Especially for the angle of the bullet.
Cordoned area of the rally, atop an elevated structure.
He starts shooting. Bow, 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 bow. About 4 to 5 shots rang out.
Law enforcement converged on Crooks' family's suburban Pittsburgh home overnight.
They asked us to leave our house. They told us it was a state of emergency. No warning. They just knocked on the door in the middle of the night.
Officials say the gunman fired 6 to 8 rounds from an AR-15 assault rifle before he was shot and killed by a member of the Secret Service counter-assault team. The FBI called it, quote,
so 6 to 8 rounds right into that crowd.
And there's 2 deaths, right? 2? 1 Secret Service, 1 civilian, I think.
I didn't know Secret Service died.
Oh, I might have misunderstood.
Oh, I mean, I thought one dude died, but
there was a third gunman on the grassy knoll.
What?
That he was able to fire at the stage before he was killed.
We do not currently have an identified motive, although our investigators are working tirelessly to attempt to identify what that motive was.
Last night's rally in Pennsylvania was former President Trump's last before the Republican National Convention gets underway here in Milwaukee. Right now, plans are underway to expand the security perimeter around this venue. President Biden spoke with Trump Saturday evening. He condemned the attack.
There's no place in America for this kind of violence. It's sick. It's sick.
Trump was treated at a local hospital. He returned to his golf club in New Jersey early this morning.
Wow.
Oh yeah, that's the only other thing that was a little weird. He went golfing after. I was like,
Bro, you can't stop Trump, man. He's invincible. Invulnerable, some may say.
And dropped his new running mate today. How fortuitous.
I'm trying to see what else could I pull up, because Josh, you and me shared a bunch of stuff. Looking at the stuff that you're sharing. Yeah,
ISO's video had what I shared in there.
what happened?
I mean, sorry, not ISO, FCAT.
Oh,
Sorry,
I was like, what I
I'm
do?
like, whoa, yeah, FCAT.
Hold on, do you want me to pull up that one link you gave me again?
Which one?
The link you sent me in the private chat.
I feel like we already saw that.
Okay, it was nothing else in that, right?
This one is what FCAT was talking about. It's I don't believe this, but it maybe ISO will give more context being in the military with the orders.
Okay, hold on, I'll pull it up.
I don't think it's the actual officer, by the way, but yeah.
Oh yeah, I read that. Yeah, my name is Jonathan Willis. I'm the officer in the famous photo of the two snipers on the roof at Trump's rally. I came here to inform the public that I had the assassins in my sight for at least 3 minutes, but the head of the Secret Service refused to give the order to take out the perp. 100%. The top brass prevented me from killing the assassin before he took the shot at President Trump.
Because that has to be on the investigation of why the order wasn't given or why the order was denied. And then you're going to have to investigate, okay, who's the head of the Secret Service for Trump's team and why he did that,
He got off 6 to 8 shots from the same position with getting shot.
Because it didn't look like 6 to 8. It looked like after the first one, the two snipers on the roof reacted to Lynch's point. So I agree with that.
He said he was a firefighter. I don't know, man. This is one of those, it's gonna go down.
But to be fair to this post and based upon the facts that ISO brought up from being in the military, like it'll be difficult to if you didn't have him in your scope, it would be difficult to find him and then kill him, that quickly, in my opinion. But I could be wrong.
And then Cubini said Trump has a bullet hole in his jacket. Also, there's a pic he was wearing a vest. Well, where's that pic? And go ahead, ISO.
Oh no, I was just saying I'm back. I left for a quick second.
Okay, yeah, I haven't heard that anywhere. I would figure the news would have reported on that one.
The only weird thing about this statement was it was on it was on like 4chan or something, like a random ass like forum website.
Yeah, that's why I was like, I doubt that's
yeah, that was a little weird to me. I mean, it could be true, it could be false,
unless he was fired immediately, which would make. But I don't think he should be fired though, But I don't know.
Jenna Hayes, I apologize, I'm a little late. Let me know what website link you want to see. You might be talking about the one we pulled up earlier. I'll share that. Yeah, any links you guys want, let me know. I'll definitely put it in the chat. I wish we had a good a bird's eye view picture.
I got you, Tony. Look in the private.
Oh, okay.
And I found one of the jacket as well.
Really?
Oh, he had a bullet hole in his jacket?
That's what Cubini said.
But where it's located, again, the angles is not angling.
Okay, so here, check this out, ISO.
Right, that makes sense. Okay.
So wait, where was he at? Trump
on that building for
the red part, the red dot pin.
Damn, my man hit Trump in the air from there with an AR. Wow. Hey, listen, that's impressive. I don't know anything about shooting. I'm terrible. But to me,
I'm just like, what are y'all waiting for? Especially where we see the Secret Service snipers were. It's like, what are you waiting for? Him to pull the trigger? Like, what are you waiting?
Apparently, the Secret Service were in a Pac-Man kind of design bubble.
In a
It
what?
looked like Pac-Man. It looked like Pac-Man. There's a picture out there of us seeing it. But their security bubble was.
so what do you guys think about? What do you guys think about shooting from that distance and hitting his ear? Is that like a miracle that's all he hit? Like I don't.
Well, I mean, so that's what I was saying. Like, I mean, he could have been a great shot, especially with stage and hit him in the ear. But that's still pretty hard to do. It's not like this guy. He's 20 years old. You know. I mean, I don't know. It's one of those things.
How come in that picture his position is in the grass? I thought he was on the roof.
No, he's on the roof.
The roof right there.
Oh, okay. So the green marker is the shooter.
No, the green one was the red one. The red one is the shooter. The green is the Secret Service, and then you had the other one that was Trump.
Here, I'll back it up. See, look,
Yeah,
Trump stage, right? The blue, and the red is the shooter.
Okay. That picture's better. The
No,
other one showed the red marker in the grass.
Yeah, that's impressive.
But it's also the second closest building structure is where he was shooting from. So it's like, out of all the vantage points, that's probably number one besides the ones that we've seen that were closest to the stage.
And in this picture, is that a bullet?
Yeah, they caught the bullet.
Yeah, that's the bullet.
That long?
Well,
no,
it's not that long. It's just
the speed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they're able to catch it on camera. A bullet whizzing by, like.
Hey, man.
I mean, some people.
That's kind of unbelievable.
Yeah,
I mean,
especially the angle of the bullet is at the bottom of the ear as well.
That too.
Here's the other one. Thank you, Josh.
Yep.
Check it out. Bullet hole.
Angle.
Damn.
Was he wearing a vest?
Apparently, I guess, or maybe he had a folding phone in his pocket. I don't know.
See, that's kind of bulletproof jacket. I don't.
John Wick style. You
Yeah,
heard?
I don't think so. I don't know about the bulletproof jacket part, but
Well, I don't know about bullet. Maybe he has a vest underneath, right?
yeah, he could.
He said, if I remember, it was about 145-yard shot.
Yeah, you gotta watch out with some of these pictures. They might be AI generated or photoshopped.
All right, later, Holtz. Let me see. Urban said, Cubine said he wasn't aiming for the air. No, I know he wasn't aiming for the air, but it's just crazy that he hit it. So the thing is, if I'm saying it's staged, right? The whole thing is, if it was real, it's just like a miracle that he only hit his ear, and it also gives Trump fuel, right? If it's real, the chances of Trump being who Trump is, and it didn't kill him, so it literally made him stronger, right? Is crazy. But if it's staged, it makes sense to obviously only gonna hit his ear, right? We ain't gonna shoot him in the shoulder, right? We're gonna well, not even shoot him, but stage his ear, right? So it just felt like, man, like what is more like, oh, it stages so it Trump could be more on fire, or that like, whoa, what a miracle. He only got shot in the ear from 6 to 8 shots. Like, you know what I mean? It's like both of them is like he staged that in front of all these people, and at the same time, like,
Well,
whoa.
there's also this thing with the gunman. They're saying the gunman body might have got switched out for somebody else's body, or they might have misnamed him or something like that
That's what it
to
looked like
cover it
based
up.
upon the clothes of that photo that you're talking about.
Yeah.
FCAT.
Oh, that hold on, say that again. That what?
I sent it in
The shooter might have
yeah.
got like switched out, or his name, they misnamed him to cover it up.
Oh, okay.
It was actually
Is that how they not secure that building? Yeah, that is crazy. Because the thing is, if you feel like anywhere that you feel like a gun should be able to hit him, should have been secured. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
If it was a 5.56, the drop in the speed fall off is nuts. Once you get around 150 yards. So yeah, Houston actually is a good friend of mine, and he does a lot of shooting.
Put me up real quick, Cowboy. So this is
okay.
Wait, let me start this over. See, like this video kind of shows it's like it's a totally different person or something like that.
Oh, of the body that was shot.
Yeah. Just little conspiracies going
Right.
around, you know.
Well, I mean, it'd be nice if they turned both heads sideways, right?
Yeah, it's weird. One is
yeah, the frontal, then one's on the side.
yeah.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, that's not really. I don't really.
I mean, is it words? Is it words going on right now?
It looked like an ad, actually, like for an
Yeah,
ad.
it does look like an ad.
Yeah, that was an ad.
Someone read. Did you put one in, Josh? Oh, you did. Oh, let's see this.
And have a good night, Holtz. Cheers.
Definitely Holtz. All right, so Trump was right there. So the blue is what?
This person is theorizing that there had to be two shooters. That was his perspective. That's why he did this. And to me, that would make more sense because typically you're going to have at least more than one. Like this kid didn't act alone, in my opinion.
So you think somebody was on the blue, somebody was on the yellow, and then the one over the building they said it came from? So you think it was 3 shooters?
I mean, typically in an assassination attempt, you have a backup shooter.
Yo, as we're talking about this, I just
thing on the
received
side?
the text to
They said that's the real shooter right there.
Yeah, that's it. And it doesn't look like the other dude.
If that is real.
Wow.
Right. No, I was saying as we were talking about this, I just received a text to donate to the new VP pick.
Donate to what?
To donate to JD Vance, the new Trump vice president pick. As
Well, I don't know, guys. I don't. Is there anything else we could talk about it? Let me check the poll, but I don't know. I mean,
I think in summary, for me personally, yeah, I can definitely say there is some type of like, there's definitely things going on behind the scenes. Period. There's no way, like, to me, it's kind of crazy that they, it was allowed for him to get up there. That it took him that long just to, for people telling him like, "Hey, he's there," and everyone's like, "Oh, where is he?" And it's like, "No, he's there." "Oh, where? I don't know where he's at." It's like it's kind of crazy, right? But I mean, at the end of it, Trump didn't die, which is good, but then other people died, which is terrible.
Yeah.
It's a sad situation overall. There's so many things that people are like, this is this is this. I really don't know. But yeah, it's a crazy situation. That's how I see it.
No, I'm with you. I mean, at the end of the day, yeah, I don't want anybody dying. So for me, somebody definitely did lose their life, which isn't cool. Thankfully Trump didn't die, and one thing is crazy is just people are still getting shot, right? Whether if this was real or wasn't real, but the fact that shooting people is just still a thing, and that's just wild. You know what I mean? That's wild.
And the last thing is, I do think it's absolutely crazy that there are people saying that, oh, the shooter shouldn't have missed, like saying stuff like that, like, you know what I mean?
That's wild.
Yeah.
Now, if you said something like, "Oh, from the angle and the blah blah blah," I don't know how somebody missed something like that, right? But not being like, "Oh, he shouldn't have missed."
Yeah, like oh my God, why did he miss? Like the world would be better with him. Like, no, that's fucked.
Yeah,
like,
that's wild right there.
Yeah, I can't believe people are saying that shit. And it's like, yeah, that's fucking crazy.
Yeah, that's wild.
That's how people who are with Antifa think, and I don't subscribe to what they thinking at all. It's ridiculous.
Yeah. So do you think the Trump shooting was staged? 44% of 27 hold on, how many votes we got? Yeah, 27 votes. It's pretty good. 44% says yes and 56% says no. Also, what I do want to find is the one video that talked about the kid that he was getting bullied and stuff like that. I want to bring that one up.
Oh, I definitely want to see that.
Yeah, it was some guys, his classmates that actually got, and so we didn't share light on that.
And then if everyone corrected me, I thought I was told he was an Antifa supporter, but if he was a Republican, if you're getting picked on, then why are you going to choose to do that to a leader who you apparently look up to? That's the part that don't make sense either.
Yeah, that didn't make any sense. But check it out.
I do got to bounce though. Appreciate you guys. It was kind of crazy to go over everything.
Yo, peace, ISO. Great to have you on.
Definitely, ISO, man. Thank you. I always love when you come on, man. I really, really, truly just want to say it publicly. I love your perspectives. Like you said, you're the most casual gamer as fine as you're just a chill guy. You just want everybody to enjoy gaming, and that's the ultimate most respect for for a gaming point of view, in my opinion. So
yes, sir. Hey, appreciate that. All right, you guys have a good one.
All right, man. Later.
All right, later.
All right, guys, check this out.
You saw the president that was, he was talking about immigration and pointing over to the screens. And then the next thing that we knew, we started to hear shots ring out.
It happened so quick, like just.
He was always alone. I mean, he was bullied every day. Like you could look at him and you would be like, something's a little off. That's how I could describe it.
Eyewitnesses describing a chaotic scene that unfolded yesterday when the sudden hail of gunfire rang out at former President Trump's Pennsylvania rally. And now we are learning more about the shooter. Hello and welcome back. I'm John Roberts in Washington. Sandra, there's a lot.
It's crazy that these kids are always just super bullied. Like, as much as everybody's running around screaming mental health, like, how is nobody like...
They always blame a scapegoat cowboy. They said the Columbine shooters were bullied and outcasts and
no, but in this day and age, right? This day and age, kids are talking about, I want to see a psychiatrist. I want to see training.
Duty.
So how
they're blaming one of them, what is it? The Uvalde shooting on Call of Duty. I mean, they always look for the same.
That's. But my point is this: at the end, I think the one job that has to have seen at least an 80% increase in pay has to be psychiatrists and psychologists. Like it, I hear kids, young adults. Everybody like when I was younger, like I don't want to go no shrink. I ain't retire. I ain't. You know what I mean? Like that's just what the perspective of now. Kids, them like parents would have to like, no, you need to see somebody. Now kids tell their parents reverse. I want to see somebody. Like, ain't nothing wrong with you. No, I want to see somebody. Like, this is a thing. So how is this kid super bullied in this day and age? Or he's 20 now, so maybe you go back a couple years. Like, how did nobody not get him to see somebody and nobody not say like, oh, he's, he may do something crazy?
Yo, that's super facts, Cowboy. And again, we don't want to belittle bullying because it is messed up. It's not cool. Just as what happened to the Donald, right? That's not cool either. Neither is bullying, right? But at the same time, I have to give credit to you, Cowboy, and the community here, the Austin community, because in 2024, surely he's going to have, even if in his town he gets bullied, he's at least going to find an online community to be friends with. So in this day and age, you can find a community on gaming just by playing online, social media. To me, there's too many options now, respectfully.
I agree.
To use that old trope.
Suspicious to me. They're claiming that they cannot get into his phone, which I find is complete bullshit.
Oh yeah, right.
Oh, check this part out, guys.
Assassination attempt. Here's what we know so far. The FBI revealed the 20-year-old shooter, Thomas Matthew Crooks, acted alone. He used a gun that was found near the scene, and Fox has learned it was legally purchased by Crooks' father.
Right now, the FBI is sifting through DNA evidence, fingerprints, and any social media presence as it tries to determine the motive.
All right, let's get right to David Spahn. He's live in Washington. He's got the latest on this investigation and what we are learning right now. David?
Well, Sandra, something we've just been able to confirm through the Secret Service. According to a spokesperson for the Secret Service, local authorities were aware of this threat shortly before President Trump was fired upon, shortly before shots rang out at this rally last night. And when the local police tried to make contact, that's when the shooting started. There are still questions, though, as to why the Secret Service was not aware of this threat before it happened. Now, technically, it was outside of the perimeter where this suspect, Thomas Crooks, was with his gun. It was with an AR-556. This is being investigated per FBI officials as potential domestic terrorism. The FBI trying to get access to the suspect's phone. Now, they have his phone physically at the lab, the FBI lab in Quantico, Virginia. They just are not able to get quite inside yet. As I said, the AR-style 556 was located at the scene near Crooks' body. An explosive device was found in his car. It's notable, Sandra John, it took a while for authorities to get into the car because they were concerned something may explode. Those devices and materials have been taken to Quantico as...
That definitely adds some extra stuff to it. Man had explosives on them too. You know, how can they not get in his phone? Like, what are we talking about here?
That's what they want you to know.
Also, if he did have explosives, this is where I see holes in the media's coverage here. If he did have explosives, right? Typically in these situations, you know you're not surviving. So what's the point of getting explosive if you wasn't going to set him up or use them to do it all at the same time? And then
yeah, what was the explosives for?
That could have been
a diversion. Shoot the president and get off the roof and make it back to the car.
Right? Like, come on.
That is kind of like, wait, what? I mean, maybe he could have thought that. I don't know. Hold on, let's see.
Well, now he was not known to law enforcement before. The FBI has since received more than 2,000 tips from yesterday. Now, Crooks was taken out almost immediately by a Secret Service sniper on the roof after shots were fired at former President Trump. The FBI spent the majority of the day at his home in Bethel Park, just south of Pittsburgh. Fox News spoke to a former classmate of Crooks who says that he was on the local rifle team. Listen.
I didn't have any interaction with him, but he was like a kid that was always alone. He was always bullied every day. He was just an outcast.
In addition to the 2,000 tips, the FBI wants more. FBI Director Christopher Wray said this is despicable what had happened. Any information, cell phone video, whatever you have, call the FBI, 1-800-CALL-FBI. But a lot of questions about this AP report that we talked about in the last hour, John and Sandra, of a local police officer potentially climbing up a ladder, made contact with Crooks, then allegedly retreated, and that's when Crooks apparently opened fire. But we are learning from the Secret Service that locals did engage, and once they started to engage, that's when the firing took place.
And what is remarkable is that the Secret Service is part of this briefing that we're watching happening right now. They're leading it, and they will not take questions on the attempted assassination. We've dipped into this and listened to this multiple times, and they are only talking about security for the convention. They are not answering questions. David Spunt, thank you very much.
Not answering questions.
Apparently they received orders not to talk about it.
How convenient. The only people who need to answer questions is them. That's it.
Yeah,
it's very convenient for the Secret Service to be like, oh, we're not gonna tell our secrets
no
today.
questions. Even the news people is like, they're not answering questions. Let me see. You also have to take into account the brainwashing that goes on all around the both sides and from every angle. That young minds get warped from this stuff. I agree with that. Yo,
Hey, Houston Aries is on point. That's why it's so odd that he's a Republican and then he did these actions.
Right.
Right. Or a Trump supporter, right? So that's what makes it even weirder.
Let me see. Yeah, man, this is definitely interesting. I'm glad I got to play that part. But listen, he was on the rifle team, so they did say that. You know.
So he got practice. He practiced a lot.
So, although the lady on the TV said he was on a rifle team, watch this, and then none of the kids actually said that. She said it, and then she was like, watch this, and then he was just like, yeah, he was an outcast. I was waiting to hear them say, yeah, we was on a rifle team together, but they didn't actually say that.
It's very interesting. The news is crafty.
It really is. It's like, was he? You know. It's my 14th year birthday party. That's dope, DJ Grom. Yeah, man. Please remind me. And I'll definitely pop in, man.
Definitely. Yeah, happy birthday.
Yeah. Oh, no, for his channel. So he does a Twitch channel.
Even cooler. Nice.
Yeah, he got a Twitch channel and he has like it's cool. It's like a DJ, like legit. So you have like animated characters dancing, like mainly girls dancing, shaking it, and like he has this one character, but it's Star Trek themed. And he got like this crazy voice. He wear like big teeth in his mouth. And it's like it's a thing. And he take requests. So you can literally be like, play this song, and he'll play it. So it's kind of dope.
That's what's up. How does his channel not get taken down for the copyright?
It's Twitch, so I guess.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah, he's been doing it, like you said, 14 years. One night, me and Sandy tuned in. We was watching for like 2 hours. It was really entertaining and crazy. We just like play this song, and like the little characters are dancing, the girls on the stage, but it's all Star Trek themed and all that. It was it's interesting. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Nice. Is it going to be at the same time as the Adult Fun Show?
So actually, I need to change that because Sandy has to work late. So I feel like I'm like Sandy, man. We are missing these shows.
Wow.
And consistency is one of my things. So I'm not gonna say I'm bent out of shape about it because we missed last week. But she's like, well, maybe Thursday could be the day we do it if we miss. I'm like, I don't want people to be like, you doing it Tuesday or Thursday. I want people to be like, it's Tuesday. Now I get things happen, but I don't like when it happen often. You know what I mean? Like my We Wrestle Wednesday, we're going on 78 weeks, and I think maybe 4 times I couldn't do it on a Wednesday. I just like to be consistent. That's like one of my things, you know.
Yeah,
like
I definitely respect that and admire you about that, Cowboy. But just think about it this way: her actions help you get to Florida faster.
This is true. And if you came and see my house right now, you'd be like, oh, snap. Like, man, we did so much. Well, she did the painting yesterday. I did a little teeny bit of painting. But, I mean, our one bathroom was looking bad. The kids' bathroom, man, that thing looks new now. She, like, Sandy she's a beast, man, as far as stuff like that. Like, I was like, how do we do this and that? She's like, give me that. Like, she just She did a lot of stuff, which is cool. But yeah, I mean, so much. We was gonna pay some people. She's like, let's do it ourselves. So we went to a bunch of stores on Saturday, spent about $200 in stuff, and man, it's looking cool. So we talked to a couple different realtors. I have a friend of mine who she's just waiting to come over because she sent me a couple comps, but she want to come and look at it herself. So I'm on this whole like, I need to look a certain way. She's like, I could look past stuff. I just need to generally see. She's like, I've been in your house before, but I need to see it again and what it looks like and stuff. And so so it's looking good. But you know, we'll see what happens. I'm hearing a little this, a little that. So one guy told me, he said, look, what you do is you always do a range between 15,000. He's like, just tell people, because I got a bunch of people on my list of people who are interested. So he's like, he was like, if I was you, I would avoid a realtor, and he's a realtor. He was like, you know, because you're gonna save so much money. He was like, but you know, I walk you through every step. He was like, but you know, what you do is he was like, say 295 to 310. That's what you're looking for. You let people see it. You say what you think it's worth. He was like, I was like, well, maybe I go to 290. He's like, no, bro, don't go to 290. 295 is your lowest. He's like, at the end of the day, they're gonna get a appraisal, and that's gonna dictate anything. But still, that's where you lead with. But then my guy who does my taxes, the lady who did my taxes, who works for him, she's a realtor, and he was like, yo, you should at least let her not be a realtor, but at least be there for your closing. She was like, so she could just assist with your closing. So it's stuff that you might not know. He was like, you know, so he was like, he'll talk to her. I was like, I'm still like, cause still I'm like, well, if I do it myself, I don't know. Right. So he was like, oh, she said, but she lives like an hour away. But he said, she was like, oh, she thinks she could get me like 400. So, we'll see. I don't think that's realistic in my area from the different comps I've been seeing. But which is just, you know, houses sold in the last, you know, so many months or up to a year. But also a lot of houses I've been seeing though, like the guy sent me 2 comps, and one was 260, one was 250, but they was 3 bedrooms, 1 bath. I got 4 bedrooms, 2 baths, right? So my house was bigger than theirs, but he was trying to get the closest square footage. But like my other friend said, well, yeah, but you have more in your house. So it's so, you know, and our thing is, Sandy has a house she's been in love with for months, and it's only 164. So we was like, yo, we'll just buy it outright. You know what I mean? So because my thing is like, at first I just want to rent, but I'm like, the only thing that make me not rent is make me buy a house again is that we buying it outright or almost the whole thing, maybe only finance 60,000, right? So if that, right? So so that's the kind of the plan we're thinking. So, and we only owe 138.
That's great. Wow.
300 something. I only owe 130. That's, you know what I mean? You walking away with, you know, a good amount where we just drop it on the new thing, call it a day, and that'll be our forever home, you know.
Hey, with the economy right now, you're selling at the right time.
Yeah, like my friend, she told me, she said the thing is, summertime is really important because that's when people want to buy a house so their kids could relocate and actually sign up for school during summertime before, you know, and not get stuck signing up to the old school. So people are looking right now. Like, it's just crazy. Every week I got somebody that I mention it and they're like, oh, how much? And so I'm not saying the number yet because I want to really get that fine number. Like, because I also don't want to try to screw myself either. I want to tell somebody something and I'm like, well, technically, and they're like, you know, but we'll see. So, but yeah, thanks for asking though. It's really interesting what's going on. You know, the pool, we already set up the pool over a month ago. Pool's clean. We've been in it. Like, it's just warm. So, you know, they're going to get a pool. We're going to leave a trampoline. You know, we bought our fridge like maybe 4 years ago, new roof 4 years ago, new water heater last year, new stove like 3 years ago, all stainless steel. So, you know.
Did you ever sell your TV?
I didn't sell my TV yet. That was one thing I was supposed to do over the weekend, but I got sidetracked because my one friend, a realtor, I went to her house, was helping her with her pool and stuff. And I actually, it was crazy enough. I climbed up on her roof and I did her gutters for her. So I killed some time, but also I'm still selling the treadmill back there is going to go. So I was almost thinking like, what if I put it up for like the viewers? I did some type of contest, but then I'm like, no, I had to send it to them, and I ain't paying for all that.
Yeah, you got to come pick that up, Craigslist style.
Yeah, you got to. Yeah, definitely. So, no, Facebook Marketplace. That's the thing, man.
Yeah, that too. Yep.
Stuff selling there, but yeah, I'm gonna put the sell the treadmill, sell the TV. Yeah, But it's
yeah, you might want to if you let's say if you can't, I don't think you should have a problem selling it. But if you can't, you could always include it in the house.
What, the new house?
No, the to the buyer. Be like, hey, you want a 50-inch?
Yeah,
deal?
They're both gonna sell. I mean, I bought that TV in 2017. Like,
Oh,
I'm not
yeah,
like I don't want a lot for it. You know what I mean? Same thing with the treadmill. Like, I'm more like I would almost give it away at this point. You know, if my son didn't need my son bought and so he got his new apartment, all that. Man, he bought an
congrats to him.
Yeah, he bought an 86-inch TV. Man, it's sick. It's sick. So yeah, we're gonna watch Survivor Series at his house. I mean, SummerSlam.
Wow.
So yeah, we're gonna watch it at his house. His place is. It's called Chester something luxury apartments. It's like he got like an island in his kitchen and a balcony, and it's like, it's so good shout outs to him, man.
That's what's up.
So I'm real proud of him.
But the bachelor life, okay.
Yeah, man, it's cool. Like I just be popping. I told him I'm never calling. So like yesterday, me and Sandy went to get breakfast at the diner, and it's right around the corner from his house. I just showed up, pressed my little button, I come on the screen. And the thing is, I make it funny. I always press number 2, which is his girlfriend. So I'm always like, I'm like, yo, so every time I come, I'm calling because what happens, her phone rings or I could text it. So that's dope. Like the person downstairs will be like, yo, I'm outside. And then they get a phone call. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's dope. But, oh, look who it is. Sandy is up in the building. What you doing?
Recalking a few spots in my show.
Oh, I didn't know you was even back.
Been back for a while.
Oh, okay.
Shout out to Sandy Cheeks.
What's up, Josh?
What up? What up? Sandy the builder, painting and fixing everything.
Man, she is.
Why I do more work than Anthony? Look.
Anyways,
you about to get your barrel cracked with some caulk.
Right? Like, come on, man. Josh, why you trying to get me set up, man? Listen, I'll tell you, I'm meaner than a mug. She gonna, she better watch it. Oh, man. All right, man. But this was cool. Josh, anything last things you want to say about this whole thing, man? It was cool,
No,
man.
I just appreciate the audience keeping an open mind, the guests, ISO FCAT, keeping an open mind, because of course we don't want to believe it was staged or manufactured, but
correct.
The evidence is quite questionable, considering it should be pretty cut and dry.
Correct. Yeah. No, yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, just both things is hard, right? Somebody trying to shoot the former president and to think the former president staging and getting shot. So both is like, so I don't want either one to be true, to be honest with you.
What terrifies me is that regardless if it's staged or not, I think this opens the door for someone else to try.
I agree.
That's what terrifies me, and that would actually cause a civil war, unfortunately.
Yeah. No, you're right. Yeah. But all right, guys. I thank all you guys for being here too, man. The people in the chat, you guys was definitely live. I mean, it was consistent. No less than I think 10 people the whole night, and it was higher than that. 27 people voted. That was cool. Actually, I checked the vote one last time. Or did I close the poll? I don't know if I did. Let me check. But yeah, man, I just am very fortunate to do YouTube and do it on my own terms. Like, yes, I could be way more successful at it. I get it. I'm not gonna act like if I didn't start doing certain things, but I love just doing what I do, and I still make a little something every month, which is cool. Just as like I don't do it for the money, but it's cool. Like, oh man, people donate and stuff like that. It's cool, man. I appreciate it, and members and everything. So, but I do feel like I do supply entertainment on a weekly basis, like a television. So I feel like it's cool, but I feel like I'm one of these people where I don't worry about getting paid for my job because I know I'm gonna go to work. So they're going to pay me, right? So with YouTube, it's like not people don't need to donate or whatever, but YouTube says we will pay you because you're on here and you're monetized, and we're going to put ads on your stuff, and then they could give the caveat of memberships and all this other stuff, right? So for me, I just feel like I'm going to do a good job, and not everybody may not like every type of content I do, but I do so much of a volume that is people who like this and like that and like this and like that. So for me, I like to do that, you know, and so I do appreciate the support and the love.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And this once again, thank you for the super chatters as well. You guys are great, fantastic, Chloe Diz and everyone. And also to help the cowboy out, especially when you see that first notification and make sure those bell notifications are on. But when you see the bell notification for the cowboy, we all know he has his extravagant intro, but he has some lead up time before that extravagant intro. Just keep in mind, as a content creator, Cowboy's going to get paid after the first 5 seconds of the ad. So what I always like to do, I make sure I watch it between like 5 and 15 seconds. That's usually the range that they use, just so the cowboy gets his reward.
Man, that's really cool, Josh. Thank you, man. You're the analytic guy, so you know, my brain doesn't function in that capacity.
Not yet.
Not yet. Not yet. Listen, one day, man, listen, when I take it serious, it's gonna be crazy. But like I always said before, I want to at least move. Like I've said that years ago. I've been talking about moving for 8 years now. So when I do move, and it's gonna be a little bit, you know, it's gonna be my literal, like, nobody's gonna be walking in washing clothes, or it's gonna be my door's gonna close and I'm gonna be like left alone. And I don't mind though. Like, you know, I actually like the authenticity of it. This is real life. I live in a house and my family lives here, and I'm not, you know what I mean? So I do like that. But yeah, you know, we'll see where things go. I mean, recently it's crazy. I've been getting hit up like crazy with people wanting me to review products recently. I mean, like the PlayStation Portal company want me to review their case. There's a company want me to review like a handheld kind of like carrying case. So you go like kind of like a little book bag where you can put the Switch or whatever, you know, stuff like that in there. That I'm a little interested in. And there's some stuff that I don't really care to, but I'm starting to get stuff that I'm like, I might do that, but I'm just weird. I'm like, in my head, I'm like, I already got a case. Why I want another one? It's like, bro, just review it. Like,
Yo, please do, especially for the PlayStation Portal. That's so on brand. And I would suggest, just as a mod, just as your boy, I would suggest you do the review, like the regular review, however long you want to make it. I would also try to make it in a short format, in a bite-sized format as well. Just so you can reach different people.
Right. No, I mean, so recently, I don't know if you noticed, but so YouTube said, hey, you know, I got the ability now to respond to comments via short, right? I was like, oh, that sounds cool. I do want to do it just because it's like, and I'm like, yo, these shorts are like, it's crazy. Like they just like 400 views, 500 views. I'm just like, wow, that's crazy. Now I don't remember how, if they finally let the views from the shorts combine with your other ones. I almost think they didn't do that yet, or the money, but or maybe they did. They was talking about it, so maybe they did. But
interesting. Okay.
But yeah, I mean, here I gotta show you. Like, we should take a quick little check this out. It's like, whoa, that's crazy how these shorts are just hitting like in a couple of days or by the next day, like out of nowhere. It's just like, whoa, that's a crazy amount.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, even though his conventions ultimately got shut down, but I think Red Giraffe, he was still on it about the shorts.
He was. Now, however, I don't think I would. I won't. So what he did, he ended up finding out that making your channel mainly a short, or not mainly. So he wasn't trying to make it mainly a shorts, but he was putting all he could into shorts, and essentially his channel turned into a short channel. So he wasn't making any money.
Right.
But what he did was get subscribers. So shorts do bring, like, my subscriber count just like jumped in the last couple weeks. Nice. But and I'm sure it's because of shorts. But yeah, so if you see the shorts, right? So I just did some today, right? So 9 views, 6 views, 3 views. I think I did these 3 today. But look, 406, 48, 442. Like, it's kind of crazy. Look, 86, 143, 28, 440, 108, 409. Like, they're hitting in the fours, 433, 419, 49, 20, 33, 456. They're just random. Like, I'm like, wait, what?
Wow, they try to make it like TikTok.
And all I'm doing is responding to comments. And then if you look at my like recent stuff, I had no clue. The snake video, 973 views. Didn't know that was gonna happen. And then Josh, I don't know if you see my video I made. You know what? I'm gonna throw, this is gonna be a free. Y'all gonna get this for free. Who's ever watching right now?
Oh, is it for members?
Mm-mm.
I don't know. I can't see it on my end. Just FYI.
Oh, all right. Thank you very much. You know what it
We
was?
just see your page right now.
Yeah. I think what it is I'm sharing the. So yeah, meaning that because I'm sharing it that I won't make revenue on it. That's why I'm saying I'm doing it for free. But check this out. But yeah, Sandy was watching a video, and I was like, "Oh, you know what? I'm gonna make that into a video." Or she watched an old video, a really old video. You'll see it. And I was like, oh, "Watch what I do." So I had no clue, and I made a couple different versions. Now the funny thing is, the short versions did nothing, but the actual video versions, which I actually make money on, which was cool for me, they both hit like. One hit 1,000, and then one is like 9 something, almost 1,000.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah, crazy. Watch this. So the world has been going crazy for one thing.
You gotta answer this. You got it.
What's one move in bed that makes a man go crazy every time?
Oh, you gotta give him that huck and spit on that thing. You get me?
Don't get you. I think you gotta demonstrate.
Huck, spit on it. Spit on it.
But I'm wondering what's the answer to the age-old debate. Is that better than this?
You spit or do you swallow?
Swallow.
All the time?
Yeah, I have ever since I was 15.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Ever since you were 15?
Yes.
You've been swallowing?
Yeah.
Subscribe to the So yeah, I made that, and it just like at first I was like, I just did it to be funny, right? Like that's my thing. All of my stuff, I don't. There was a time where I was like, I wonder if this video gonna blow up. YouTube's so crazy, I try not to have that thought. I just feel like I'm gonna throw it at the wall because my volume is so high, right? I'm gonna throw it at the wall, see what happens. And what people don't realize is, there's videos of mine, right, or anybody. When you make like that's why videos are just better than lives, unless you could really get people to get in lives. But there's videos right now, people just watching that I made 5 years, 10 years ago. And people, when I get shocked all the time, I see a comment, like people are commenting like it's brand new. I'm like, but those videos live forever. Like my top video, I think is now 108,000. A couple months ago, it had just hit 100,000, and it just keep going. They just never stop.
Wow.
Yeah. But what I did is I made a shorter version of this, and then I made a longer version. They're both like a minute long, or the other one's like a minute. This is a minute 21. And they both just, well, like I said, this one is a 1K something. The other one is like 9, almost 1K. So it's crazy. I don't know.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I mean, you know, even my the PlayStation 5 unboxing, that's at 23,000. I was like, wow.
Yeah. And it's just, you just like, who's watching this stuff? But it's people out there, man. You know. So
even the shorts about Kareem, 5K, 1K. Wow.
Yeah. Like, so it's like as a content creator, man, it's like just make if you have an idea, just do it. Like, don't wait, do it and see what happens.
Absolutely. And this is my time to do my spiel to all our content creators in the chat. You know what I mean? Get like the cowboy, make the content that you want to make, right? And let's remember that in the next 3 to 5 years, there's going to be 3 to 5 billion new people on the internet simply because people like Elon, Zuckerberg, Bezos are putting all their resources into bringing high-speed internet access to remote places and undeveloped places. So they're going to be literally looking for you. That's it, cowboy. Thank you.
That's dope, man. I also want to say too, to be fair, don't follow me. Variety channels aren't that successful. They're very few and far between. You do want to do a lot so you can find what your niche is, and then stick to it, right? That's what you really should do. But have an idea of what you want your channel to be, because I think what's nothing more depressing than you just doing something you don't want to do and it doesn't succeed, right? Now, you do something you don't want to do and is popular, then you're like, hey, listen, well, it's working. But so really find what you want to do in this whole content creation thing, and then you just stick to it. And you know, and don't just like find it and just run with it, you know. And that's my last little piece of thing. And I'll just tell you this, and now your mama knows. Break it down. But all right, we're gonna get out of here, and hope you guys Have fun. Stay safe. It's summertime. For some of you people where you live at, it's always summertime. But for us, it's summertime. So, we're going to keep trying to do more, enjoying life. And
by the way, did you want to mention the article that Chloe sent about it snowing in July in Philadelphia? Ridiculous.
yes, I do. You text that to me though, right? Hold up.
Yeah, let me.
No, hold up. I thought maybe I didn't send it to myself. I was gonna send it to myself.
I put it in the chat.
Okay, you got it already? Because I got it.
But in the live chat.
Okay. Guys, yeah, let's end off on this. What the hell? And mind you, it's like 99 today. So wait, when did that happen?
Apparently,
let me see. Snow reported at Philadelphia International Airport in the middle of July. Damn. It appears Philadelphia took Christmas in July a little too seriously this year, as temperatures hit a high 94 degrees on Sunday. A record daily snowfall was reported at the Philadelphia International Airport. The National Weather Service says thunderstorms produce small hail, which counts as a trace of snow.
It's very interesting. And then look at all the dates below where it shows like every time it snowed in the summer.
Oh,
I had no idea. I was unaware of this completely.
Well, I know once upon a time it snowed on my birthday, which is in April. But
wow.
But yeah, that's still a little different. So a number of times a trace of snow has been recorded due to hail from thunderstorms at Philadelphia International Airport in June, July, and August. July 14, 2024, August 18, 2011, August 1st, 2011. Wow, yeah. Wow. Now we might have to get into a conspiracy about this.
Yeah, right. But wow, 1911. Jeez.
That's wow. 1911 was the airport still there?
No, I guess that was just Philadelphia.
Right. I'm like, oh man. Wow.
But yeah, all right, guys. You guys have a great night. Cowboy, you want to do the outro?
Yes, sir. Guys, thank you for watching. This stream was definitely epic. And that's for one reason and one reason only. Because I'm a cowboy. Oh, man. And with that being said, I just got one last thing to tell you guys. And now your mama knows.
I'll make you famous.
Because I'm a cowboy. Oh, man.
And now your mama knows.
Bruce, unleash the baby god dragon.